the iPad as soon as we're live. You're live.
Hi, what's up, my shredheads? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live from SPARK CYCLEWORKS. So Shawver and I have made an awesome trip with the Spark. We spent about 2 days here, had a freaking crazy blast. Actually, let me wait till Shawver gets on this side and we'll talk more about the ride. But we're pretty much here, give you a little bit of an update on SPARK CYCLEWORKS and what's going on here. We're here with Colin, the manager of Spark.
How you doing?
And Shaw's on the other side. He's about to do a backflip over the table into the front of the camera. It's going to be insane. It's coming very soon. Let's see who's all in chat right now. It seems like there's a lot of people in here already. So I just want to say hi to everybody. What's up, Death Rock? How you doing, brother? Retro Electro, what's going on? Brian Alexander, what's up? Brian McCann, what's going on, dude? Who else is in here? Who else? Deanne is in here. That's my girlfriend. I love you. Charles 8631. Hey guys, this is Charles. I'm chiming in from there. Chiming in from One Central Massachusetts. That's awesome, dude. Sick. What's up from Connecticut, Delaware, and California? Brian McCann said Shawver. He's gonna do a backflip here in a second. We're waiting. Gwen says hi. What's going on, Gwen? How you doing? Richie, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in here.
Yo, hey. I'll show you.
Ramonda, what's going on? What's up, Shreddie? Thanks for coming to my office to hang out. Michael says hello. Sam Willis, what's up, Chris and Shreddie? UK representing. What's going on, brother? I passed you guys as I left work. You were headed back to the lab, Brian Alexander said. Oh, man.
Oh, that's right. That's our camera guy.
Oh, okay. What's up?
That's
Awesome. Damn, you should be here hanging out with us, dude.
Matt said he's grilling right now. So we got to the shop in 20.
Oh, he's really nice. I hope you have a hamburger for all of us.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Retro's from California, but he's moving soon to Phoenix, Arizona. That's going to be a fun move, dude. Terrence said, nice riding with you guys when you come to New York City, or when you came to New York City.
Oh, hell yeah. What did I really told you to do? Oh, this is one. Oh, fuck yeah. I know about that.
So they're saying that the shop looks different, yeah. So they got, what has been going on in the shop?
Yeah, oh man, the shop changes like every other week.
Yeah.
We basically just cleared out a lot more. We had like a loft that was up here. So the loft is gone. We just had a lot more room now.
Can you guys see in that back corner?
Yeah,
right over here? There's some stairs leading to nothing.
Stairway to nowhere. Kind of see it.
Shop, everything working out?
Yeah, I'm just making sure the audio. Hey, what is that? What up? How's the audio sound?
Sound okay? Can you guys hear us pretty well? Let us know if anything sounds weird, if it looks weird, or if it's lagging. We're finally hooked up to some good internet here at the SPARK CYCLEWORKS headquarters.
No crappy hotel bandit problem.
So what's up from Toronto?
That's it. Sounds good.
That's awesome. So, Shaw, should we start off by explaining what we've been doing the past couple days? Acting like kids, pretty much.
So we're driving through the Bronx, New York, and I say, Shreddie, I gotta go pee. We pull over, and then I come out and I go, Shreddie, you want to drive? He goes, okay. And 2 minutes later, he gets on the road, and he hasn't been driving for a year.
It's been about a year since I've really driven.
He hasn't drove for a year. So then all of a sudden, he's driving through crazy New York traffic that is crazier than LA. I mean, in my opinion, New York traffic is really messed up.
Yeah, you guys in New York are insane drivers.
There's no blinkers.
Yeah, so that's how it started off.
7 hours on the road.
7 hours traffic through the beach.
Yeah.
Then we pull up to this awesome facility. Did we come straight here that night? We came here.
Yeah, we didn't check in. We came straight here.
Yeah, we came straight to Spark. Did we?
We hung out with Matt for
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours. I drank all the beer that they had in the fridge. Shreddie didn't have any. I drank it all.
I don't drink any beer.
He doesn't. I drink enough for both.
I smell the beers.
He does.
That smells good. That smells good. Very hoppy. Very citrusy. Actually, it's kind of a grapefruity.
It's called Sea Hag IPA from Smoke England Brewing Company. It's the fire.
So did we ride that night? We ate pizza. I know we had pizza. We had
oh yeah, clam pizza.
Clam pizza. So Connecticut's really well known for pizza, which I had no freaking clue. But But it's the truth. It's really good pizza.
That's
So-
New York. I know all the New York people are gonna have.
Oh.
It is better than New York.
So then, next day we wake up 10 a.m., get here. Actually, no, we probably showed up at 11 a.m. We were supposed to get here at 10 a.m., we got fired. But then we got rehired back on. So, took the Bandits out for a freaking awesome ride. Met Teo. Teo's a new addition to the family. I wish he was actually here. Teo was an awesome, freaking hilarious guy. I love his personality. Can you explain what Teo does?
Yeah. I mean, Taylor's just gonna do all of our like social stuff.
Yeah.
Just content creation and just all that thing. So he's funny talent.
So he's gonna be like a social media dude.
Yeah.
I think he's also like your bouncer, because he's like kind of ripped.
Yeah. He is a big dude.
Yeah. He's got
Yeah,
big
but he's
muscles.
also he's good with words.
Yeah. He's good with people.
Calm down before I beat you up.
Yeah. Calm down.
So yeah, after that ride, we rode what, 15 miles on the Bandit through water, hung out, grabbed some banging food.
Yeah.
Then we come back and hop on the. Can you bring the Mountaineer up?
Oh yeah.
Guys, you guys wouldn't believe how awesome the Mountaineer handles.
Read the black. That was the serious.
Yeah, that's the one I actually wrote. So yeah, I'll bring that one up.
I think that's
So we rode these things up these freaking Conneticut mountains and down mountains and hopping these rocks and rode through thorn bushes, and luckily none of us actually had any ticks on us, but it was such a blast. We are still sore today from yesterday's riding, but we beat these things to hell and nothing happened to them. Like, look how much mud is on these
This is
things.
the one I wrote.
Yeah.
For all that, this is an electric mountain bike. And yeah, coming from like a super cafe racer style, I was like, yeah, those things are cool, whatever. And then I rode this, and this is the dopest thing I've ever ridden.
So they're saying like they can't really hear us too well.
yeah.
Can you guys hear me better when I get this close? I bet
Of
you can.
course, yeah. It's gonna be echoey because we're in
Yeah.
this facility.
Would it be weird if I could actually
You want to move the camera close?
the mics?
You can do that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Is it like that bad where you guys can't hear us like at all, or
If you
is it bearable?
do you have your mics?
I do have.
I have two. It'll take me like 3 minutes. to
Yeah.
set up.
So I'm gonna go through. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna grab a mic and we're gonna try to mic up and see if you guys can hear us better. We have two mics, so maybe the two on the outside will wear them, or the, I don't know. We'll see. Hold on.
Whatever works. Here, if you hand me, you don't know. You got one of them right here, right? So this is right next to the boards. Oh, those are raps. This has raps.
It's very funny hearing you call our hills mountains.
Our hills, mountains.
Because like to me, everything around here is just a hill.
Yeah,
But like I know Delaware is just flat, so to you, like mountains.
Dude, it was mountains to me, dude. It was crazy. We were popping everything. I almost fell a few times. Yeah, it was insane. I thought I was gonna have ticks all over. I was bugging out.
Yeah.
But man, it was a blast. It was a blast. Like I really, that has a 750 watt hub motor. Oh, yeah, the fan might be taking a few sounds. 750 watt hub motor on this thing, and it was climbing hills like how steep were. Like they were super steep. It's crazy.
I'm miking them up. There you go.
Awesome. Can you guys?
Oh,
hear
you're
me?
not gonna hear it yet. I gotta switch it. Tell everybody that the audio is gonna cut out for just a second.
Okay. Did you guys hear Chris? The audio is going to cut out for just 1 second, and then you guys are going to hear me talking through here.
Hopefully this doesn't blow everybody's eardrums.
But yeah, we freaking mobbed up hills and bombed hills. Like it was.
I turned the volume up.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm doing it as fast as I can. I swear. Okay, that's in. Okay, check.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Check. Yep. Okay, we got new wireless going on here.
Let me know if you guys can hear me. Actually, hold on. Check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, we're back. Can you guys hear us a lot better? Now I can move anywhere in the room.
Yeah, you can go anywhere you want.
And we could be.
Okay. A little closer because he said you can't hear the other.
Okay.
Well, now you're only be heard through either that or this end. So you pull down the
Yeah,
microphone.
that's right.
Not too close, but like right here.
Everybody says, yes, sounds better, sounds good to me. Yeah, it's clear, it sounds a little echoey.
I'm gonna grab the other. Can I grab another
Road.
one, please?
I don't know how to say his name, Rogelio. Sutran says, I gotta ask because I'm a shorter rider. What's the seat height of the Bandit? what can you do to lower the bike ride height?
Right now, not too much. We've done some like shorter shots. So if that's a plan. Yeah, it's actually perfect. We've done some shorter shots and like a smaller seat, because that seat is pretty high. That would be that right now. Reduce for sure.
Are these shots any shorter?
I don't think so.
Oh, show them those. Those are really cool.
Yeah.
Just options.
Yeah, they're options. Yeah, it's designed for aftermarket shots, so you can pretty much hop on whatever you want.
Super cool looking, guys.
I don't think those are any shorter, but
Yeah, so you can get shorter
Yeah,
shots.
yeah,
on the back,
yeah.
lower.
yeah, I think it's done about 3.
Yeah. And then on top of that, if you wanted to mod the seat, maybe
Yeah,
the seat.
yeah, get a smaller seat, a little less comfortable, but it'll be not as high.
Exactly.
That's something awesome.
I really dig these shots. So
Yeah, those are motorcycle shots too, so I think those are awesome looking, dude. Like straight transmission bike.
for some of you that haven't heard, I'm going to be doing mystery mod Mondays with the Bandit. So they're going to be sending me parts and mods, and you guys are going to pick the box I'm going to open, and whatever's in the box, I'm going to put it on the bike. Maybe we could do it live. I think that would be a lot cooler to do something like that live, even though I don't know if I'll be able to put on every single part. Mark might have to be there to help me out if they send me something crazy. But I think shocks, I think I can handle that by myself.
Yeah.
So if I were to get new shocks, I'll be able to handle that. I'll show you guys how to do it.
Oh.
There's a lot of things I still don't know how to do myself, but I teach myself on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. Let's go through some comments. There's so many comments. I'm sorry, guys.
You want to come to that?
Yeah, I'll have mine just finish.
Who was wearing that bright ass jacket the other night? I want one. That's actually, that was gifted to Shaw. Do you have that jacket here?
It's at the hotel, but yeah.
Dude,
So sick.
I want a whole bodysuit of that.
Yeah, like a work suit.
Like everything. That would be so freaking sick. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I saw a foldable electric bike the other day. Yeah, dude, they're all over the place. There's a lot of different models. She's yelling at me. She said, "Stay close to the camera. Stop moving." What do you mean? I'm trying to get something. I'm getting yelled at.
I sound drunk, Richie? That's how I always sound.
He literally just opened that
I
beer.
just opened.
Mama Shaw, hi!
Oh, no way.
We
What's
love
up,
you,
Mom?
Mama Shaw. Hope you're doing well. Brian McCann said bright jackets are LUMOS. I totally agree. Especially at nighttime. If you would have seen him, like when the lights were shining, Brian McCann, check out my Instagram. I don't know if it's still on it from last night, but holy crap. That thing is so reflective.
It's weird because you don't notice, I gotta speak into you. You don't notice that, it's reflective when you're wearing it. It's like, it's gray. And even if you're like, look at it, unless the light is hitting it, that's when it pops. So if you take a photo with like a flash, that's why it looks weird. Or like you have the light on when they're videotaping that little like story or whatever. But it's super reflective, and yeah, I hope that they have more of those coming on soon.
Yeah.
So that people can buy them.
I can't hear you, but we definitely.
No, they're definitely.
We definitely.
Brian K. Hayes says, what bike is that all-wheel drive? This is the all-wheel drive Bandit. That's actually got a front hub motor on there. There's actually something that surprise I didn't want to show them yet on this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a cool little surprise. I'm gonna wait to show you guys. It's pretty cool.
I've told people things.
But yeah, so pretty much with that front hub, they have like this little kit you can buy that has a hub, the battery, and where the battery slides into, that has the controller built into it. The battery tray, the battery, I guess battery tray. Mount bracket, yeah. So any 20-inch rim e-bike, you can buy that kit and slap it on there. Like say this was a 20-inch rim e-bike, we could put that kit on there, and then you have freaking dual motors, dual throttle, and holy crap, it's a blast.
Yeah, I've never ridden a dual motored e-bike, but I rode this thing all day yesterday and then again all day today, and it's I mean, so once it gets to like 15 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour, the rear motor like kind of takes over, but it's that initial throttle, and when we were going up a hill, it was like a loose gravel rock hill, basically I was just cruising because I was able just to kind of
have the front tire and the rear tire both powered. It's like all-wheel drive. It's like 4x4 with a 2x2.
They said it's just a hollow. Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Before we were changing that.
Now we have.
I'm so far behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Guys.
you get all, you go back from it.
Do you see anything you want to answer? If you guys see
How's that?
the Grizzly?
Yeah, I'm great.
Oh, the Grizzly. Grizzly's back up and running.
He changed out the controller and
Then the front hub motor.
the front hub motor, and I actually rode it for the first time. I've never seen one in person until I rode Shreddie's, and that thing rips, man.
Brian's making fun of me. He says, "Mountains, those are bumps in the ground." Really? Yeah, dude, this is a mountain to me. Like,
yeah,
I
we
don't
get
know.
here and we go up like a little tiny hill, and Shreddie's like, "Look at the mountains." I get it, because we're in Delaware. It's flat, like fully flat. But the flat's good because for range.
Yeah.
But you can't bomb flat, like you can't bomb hill if there's no hills. So
Oh, they're saying it sounds the same. Are you sure the microphones are on?
yeah,
Am I really loud now? Can you hear me?
no, they're
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna.
Where's Matt?
No, it's not. They're not on. See how it sounds like it. Yeah. Check. Hello. Now everybody's looking at my mouth. Yep. I wonder what's
Yeah.
going on.
Plugged
Is the
in.
top one turned on?
Yep.
That's on.
Look at this. And when I hit that, if you look at the screen,
Weird. That's weird. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. It might be bypassing this and just using the internal camera.
shouldn't.
I'm stepping away, just like,
me try
my volume up so I can hear.
I mean, the easiest thing is to put the
I'm gonna try the lav mic on it and see if
this.
it does anything different.
All right.
Sorry guys, I just got the Rode Wireless Go 2, so you can have like 2 of these connected to one, which is super cool. I'm gonna see if hooking up the lav mic does anything different. Can you guys hear me better now if I'm talking through this, or does it sound any different?
Sounds different.
No different? No. Well, damn new guys. We might just have to use that little mic on there.
I think if we sit
It
closer,
doesn't really sound that bad at all.
Yeah, I don't
Makes
think
it
it's
like
that bad.
that.
If you guys don't mind, can you guys just turn up the volume or put in some like AirPods or something?
This is a really big space. So
Yeah, it's huge. And the sound is just like it goes everywhere. Where's Matt? Matt should be here pretty soon. He's grilling us some burgers right now, so he'll be here in a few.
actually tell him he hasn't spent any time with his. He hasn't spent any time with his wife since we got into town. So
Somebody said, "Nah, they are not on." Over shirt, Shawver.
That's it. I'm
Mama
not
said.
this way.
He's almost here. All right, yeah. Matt the tech is gonna be here soon, so he's the one that
we should
gets all
put,
these bikes put together and fixes them up.
when Matt gets back, we probably should put this back so that we can.
Yeah, we're gonna put the other mic back on, so I'm gonna cut out the sound in a little bit. But we got some fun stuff to show you here on all these bikes and the Bandit, and a cool little thing I asked for on the Bandit that we're testing out that I actually really love.
I like it too.
The mountain bike with the 750 hub motor is a nice looking bike, stealthy. Totally. The Mountaineer, guys. That thing is 648 volt, 750 watt motor. How big is it? A 13 amp hour battery on there?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, 13 amp hour battery. What's cool about these, they do have the battery kits, right? The second battery kit.
Yeah, we do.
What one?
Here, I can bring it down.
A Mountaineer, the
Yeah.
second battery. Oh,
It's on the rack. The rack.
I just zoomed in for you guys so you can kind of see it a little better.
Okay. I can pull it back. Do you want to zoom it up?
Yeah, so like with any of the bikes here, you can add a second battery to it. How crazy is that? That's so cool. This company is super awesome. They let you customize your bike to your liking. That's what I really love about it.
Don't do anything on your phone.
I said the sound is good if you stay close and face the camera.
There's not a battery.
Uphill test on the Aero 52 volt, please. I need to know. I have the 750 watt hub aerial rider. If you're talking about that X class, I don't have that one yet, Abraham. I'm only folks 10 minutes. So that was like 5 minutes ago, probably. Death Rock has a question for you, Shaw.
Oh, yo,
Question for Shaw. I don't know your answer. What do you say? I don't know your answer to this before. I don't know if you've answered this before. I showed your video with Huck. Why do you choose Huck and not Onyx?
Okay, so I've answered this in a couple of videos, and some people, you know, everybody has their own subjective answer. Basically, where I live, there's like everybody has, not everybody, a lot of people have Onyx bikes, and I wanted something different, and I wanted something that I like. So I really like the way Super 73 bikes look with the battery on top, or even Spark with the battery on top, and Onyx, everything's kind of in that little casing. So I just like the way the Huck kind of has the battery. It's like a gas tank on the top. Basically, it's a bigger bike, so if you ever put an Onyx next to a Huck, the Huck is definitely bigger. There's nothing against Onyx. In fact, I've ridden a couple of Onyxes, and they're awesome. And it's basically got the same motor. The Huck and the Onyx have the same motor, different controller. And I just like the aesthetics. That's the big thing, aesthetics and the customization. So when you order a Huck, basically you pick the handlebars, one out of like 20 different bars. When you pick the shocks, you get to pick the rear shocks, the color of the shocks. I think they had 15 different seat options when I did it. So I got to pick the seat. You get to pick, you know, everything. You can pick the forks. So there's a lot of customization. It's not just buy this bike. It's you basically customize it. You can also buy a bike from Huck that is already prefabricated, pre-made, and you know they have it where you just buy it, boom. But I like the customization. As you can see with the bikes I do have, I basically switch as many things out to third-party accessories as possible to have it, you know, make it my own bike. So the short answer is just, yeah, customization, and aesthetically, I like the way that the Huck looks over the Onyx personally, but I'm sure there's people in the comments that will tell me that I'm stupid for saying that. But again, it's subjective, so it's not, you know, you can do whatever you want. But I like the Huck personally.
Johnny B said, "What's up? What's up, Johnny B?"
Johnny B, most supportive person on the channel.
And Joe from Joe in Texas, what's up? So this guy Joe stopped by here today and hung out with us. We took him out on his very first group ride.
Yeah.
And his first time ever going through like a little trail. So it was an awesome day, dude. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you, Joe. We had a blast, and your bike is freaking awesome.
That bike is crazy.
If you guys want to see it, check it out on my Instagram or Shaw's Instagram. Did you guys post a picture of it?
I don't know.
I haven't yet, but
yeah,
crazy.
Check it out on Instagram. What's the speed on that Shreddie? Richie, what are you talking about? Still driving home, fellas. Drive safe, Joe. Gwen says, "Where's the girl?" She's off now. She got Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Aaron looking fine.
Yes. I wish she was here hanging out with us.
He does a lot of cool work. All of our art she makes, and then our logo, our skull logo.
Oh, she did the skull logo. Really? That's cool. She said the camera angle just changed. Put it back.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of cool.
No, we get it.
As far as the camera angle back then, I was just trying to zoom in on how muddy the bike was. But
Yeah.
I put it back. It wasn't like I was gonna keep it like that.
If cost wasn't an issue, which e-bike would you get? He said HPC Revolution. I haven't even seen that one. That'd be my pick.
Cake.
Cake,
I think cake would be mine.
Cake looks
If
cool.
everything was $1, I'd probably go cake.
With that, or like using a really custom like moped frame.
Drum Waldo said, "I think I have it turned up too loud. My neighbor just knocked on the door and asked me who am I watching. They said, what did they say? They want to like, subscribe, comment, and share." What?
He's doing the plug. He's doing the YouTube plug.
Nice, thanks, Drum Waldo.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Are you streaming from an iPad? We are actually using an iPad connected to a Sony $1 billion camera.
Yeah.
With a crazy $1 billion lens.
It's a Sony A7C with a Sony Zeiss 16-35 f4. If anybody cares.
Whatever that means. It means it's a great camera.
There's a few audio, video, and
Yeah.
that. I appreciate that.
Is this real life? What's up, bro? We all say what's up.
Thank you, Deanna. I fixed it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Just looking through comments.
I'll check it.
Oh, he's 5 minutes away. That was 5 minutes ago. No.
So somebody asked, can Teo ride?
No, Taylor cannot ride. He's banned. Every time he gets on a bike, he breaks one.
And he did that yesterday, right?
Yeah, he said that
Yeah.
he breaks bikes and then he got on a bike and
Wait, I didn't know this. No, told me what
he
did you do?
didn't break, he didn't like break the frame. But
Oh, where's the battery at?
So basically,
Oh,
he's got-
okay, to be
yeah.
fair, in his defense, that was not his fault. That bike's battery has been falling off.
Oh, okay.
I think he didn't lock it. No, actually, Matt didn't lock it. So,
Yeah, that was
and then
not
today,
fair.
Matt was riding his bike.
His battery flew.
His battery flew off. So, lock your
Oh,
bike.
man.
Check your keys.
Yeah,
Check your nuts, check your keys, check your batteries. Check it all.
Everybody out here
Yeah.
leave their keys into the lock. Anybody there? Do you guys leave your keys on your bike, or do you take them out? Cause I take mine out. I got like a keychain for my keys.
Jaybird, check this out. Jaybird said, I built an all-wheel drive 26-inch Mongoose fat bike, 1,000 watt front and a 1,500 watt rear large hub motor. Harley bags with 4 48 volt 20 amp hour batteries. God damn, dude. That sounds amazing. Jaybird, can you bring it down sometime? I want to check that out. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Charlie said, are you guys passing by New York? We're going to pass by and say hi and bye.
Yes. We got a 7-hour drive back tomorrow, and I have to check into another hotel tomorrow night. And when I check in at like 11, I feel like they give me like a whatever room they have left.
That place is cool though.
Yeah. So we're gonna be at like an old school hotel, but it's gonna be nice. I'll show you guys pictures.
The Falling Up podcast said, what a chump. I don't know what we're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
Taylor.
Okay.
Oh, that's one of our buddies. Also.
Taylor's not a chump. He's cool, man. I love that guy. I feel like we're best friends already. Shreddie, when are you getting the what? Fatomo all-terrain? I haven't even heard of it, so probably never. I haven't heard of it. I'll check it out there, Brian. I'll check it out for you.
Whoa.
What's up?
5,000 watt, 84 volt, 200 amps. Gwen, she just finished building her
Yeah,
5,000 watt, 84 volt, 200 amps.
I'll send you her Instagram. She makes some cool stuff.
That's
man.
gotta be it. I guess check that out.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, Gwen. Good build. Good build. I remember you said you were building something last year, and if that's it, and you
Yeah,
got
she
to
said, yeah, a monster. I can imagine.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
I think we missed it with Charlie asked earlier how Chris is like in East Coast.
Oh,
That's a good
I love the East Coast. So my first experience when I got here was really, really hot and humid in Delaware. And then we had a tornado warning and it rained really hard. Or like this water came out of the sky. It kept hitting the ground and I don't understand. I'm drowning.
That's crazy.
I'm joking, but there's like no rain in Southern California. And then we're having a crazy drought right now. In fact, like we're not supposed to like shower out there. So, and then we came here, it rained last night. It's like overcast and nice. So weather-wise, it's different, but yeah, it's just like a different vibe. I feel like people are nicer out here. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like new and people are. And everybody I say I'm
Hey,
Matt's
smart
here.
man is here.
But everybody that I tell that I'm from California asks why I'm out here. And my answer is like because I wanted to come to the East Coast. Like they all want to go there. I guess.
Yes, exactly.
Michael Bushy said, Shreddie, did you fix the Grizzly? What happened? Yes, I fixed it. They sent me 2 new controllers. I slapped that in, and I thought the front hub was good, but the front hub was, the wires ripped out of the front hub. So I replaced that, and we're all back up and running. We're back. Grizzly's back. It didn't break.
Oh, Matt's gonna get serious.
Yeah.
He's got a present.
No way. It's a lovely guys. Nice seeing you live. I'm just finished building that. That's so cool, man. That's so fun, man. I have a question for Shawver. Have you ever listened to Shreddie's Rock Band? It's pretty gnarly.
Absolutely. In fact, my favorite song. I don't know the name of it, but I don't think it's released.
No, we haven't recorded it yet. There's a song that I have on my YouTube that was from a live show. It might be the whole live show that I'm on to.
I listened to it like 10 times. I showed it to my mommy and my wife and my kids. My kids said, "Why is he yelling?" And my
Why is he yelling?
Yeah, is he mad? And I said, "No, he's singing." And then he looked at me like I'm crazy. But it's a different kind of music than a 7-year-old would probably typically listen to. I'm sure there's 7-year-olds who do listen to that.
Charlie, you don't have to kidnap me to go to the Big Apple. I'll be going there sometime soon, dude. I promise. He said I gotta kidnap you and bring you to the Big Apple.
This is definitely not my last time coming to the East Coast for sure. In fact, I think we should do like a full-on 1-month sprinter van tour. Yeah, throw bikes in and I think we should put a bunch of different kinds of bikes in and just like go and just hit a bunch of states.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like we're trying to do so much stuff. I've been kayaking. I have burnt shins so bad. I like have a sock tan, so I have like super red shins that are all burnt. We've been swimming. I've been shopping. There's no tax. Is there tax here? There's no tax in Delaware.
No sales tax, baby.
So I bought like a bunch of shoes. And I have to buy like another suitcase to go home. No tax.
Yeah, that's the southeast. That's like Delaware
So tight.
and below.
So Gwen said, yeah, it was a while back when she was building that bike, but she's building a battery that is perfectly calibrated for 300 amps, dude. She likes power.
Where is she from?
That's awesome. Gwen, where are you from? I think Canada? I'm not wrong. Gwen, could you let us know where you're from?
Road trip it down.
Come to New York City, we'll get that nice notion out of your head. 5 minutes of riding and people will have tried to kill you.
Yeah.
Who said
Okay, that sounds fun. Drum Walden said that.
Yeah, I don't know if Dr. Logic said that. We got that. I mean, he was the nicest dude ever, but the drivers, the people who aren't e-bikers, will absolutely try to do a lot. Not even on purpose. It's just kind of
They love this SPARK zone.
We're so off set, like how I'm sitting there.
No tax in Delaware, just sales tax. We have other taxes. of course.
Should I switch the mic or is everybody happy with how it sounds?
Are you guys happy with how it sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Even with that one?
I can put on this microphone that I had on before, or we're using this.
Move the mic maybe to the middle a little bit, because the closer it was, the better.
Has to be on here. There's not even a cord for it. It's special
I'm
Sony.
surprised that this didn't work. It's supposed to work.
Yeah, I might have to put a setting, but I can't do it while we're living.
We sound good.
Honestly, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I
think
swear
we're
it's
all
working.
close. What we're doing now.
All right.
Are you guys happy with the sound? If so, we can try changing it around. If not, we'll just stick like this.
If you're not happy, too fucking bad.
Oh,
What?
sounds good. Gwen's in Miami currently. Living in
Oh.
Montreal.
Okay, awesome. That's really
Don't
cool.
you have to then come back this way to get to Montreal?
Come stop by SPARK.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
flying.
Oh, yeah, that's a long haul. How did you guys start SPARK? How did you
Good
start
question.
it up?
Okay,
That is a
short
very
answer,
good question,
yeah.
Gwen.
Short answer.
I'll just do the short answer. Is,
Project louder.
yeah, I was actually doing quite a bit of traveling. This was about, I would say, 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago at the time. And I was going to China pretty regularly. And we just started seeing e-bikes everywhere. The first time I went to China, they were starting to get a little big. And then the second time I went to China, all you saw were e-bikes. And came back to the United States and realized that hardly anybody was doing it at the time. This is before even like Onyx was around, or Super 73 was right in their, I think, a peak start. They were just talking about it, so we still had this weird fat tire thing. And we were just like, well, there isn't a single e-bike company on the East Coast at this time. And it seemed like maybe this is a potential thing that we can look into. But one big push was the fact that we have no bike lanes in our states. There's some now, but at the time there's hardly anything. And riding an e-bike was pretty unsafe, just as unsafe as a regular bike, because you were always on the side of the road. So we knew that we needed to make something like a Bandit in the start, just to be able to keep up with the speed of the roads for safety. So we knew there was a need for e-bikes and that they were going to become huge because they were going to be huge everywhere in the world. And we also knew that a regular 20-mile-per-hour e-bike was not going to cut. So from the beginning, the idea was we're going to make regular e-bikes to fund ourselves and take every penny that we made from selling a mountaineer or a cruiser bike and put that into, all right, now we got enough money for the development for the Bandit's frame to go into production. You know, we just kind of did little by little by little. We've never taken any outside investment. It's all been our own dollars selling regular e-bikes. So, but the goal from 2018 was we got to get something that's going to go 30, 35, and be able to go at least 20, 30 miles.
It goes at least 35.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with the name Bandit?
That's a great question. Well, so I think during the whole naming phase, he must have made a list of 50, 60 names. I can't recall actually where the Bandit came from, but we knew that we needed something that was kind of like a opposites to each other, but not quite opposites. So we had like the Bandit, which was like, this is kind of like an outlaw, like a renegade bandit, and then we had the Trooper, which was like the opposite side. So you had like a cop and a robber kind of deal.
I think it also had to do with like when we made the prototype. It was very prototype.
Yeah.
So it was like janky, outside the box.
Yeah, the Bandit name just seemed to like fit it very well, you know. But yeah, so Bandit and the Trooper. I mean, we're not doing the Trooper right now because the demand for Bandit is so much stronger. But I mean, we do think that there's a chance we'll bring the Trooper back someday. But right now it's like a 10-to-1 demand. So I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have these two things, and it seems to be a kind of less complicated system. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just looking at a question.
Yeah, what's up, Rob? Easy Heimer.
Shout out.
You should definitely.
Oh, Easy Hammer, what's up, brother?
Yeah, he's in here.
Are you coming tomorrow?
I just sent you a message.
Do you guys have any questions on Spark CycleWorks or anything you see on any of these bikes here? Can you guys see all the rest of the bikes in the background?
Any like questions?
Just anything, anything
You
in
guys want
general.
to ask about the state of the world for e-bikes?
Yeah.
Like how production's going? That.
We can also just talk about really long stuff.
Yeah, give us some,
I want to answer things that are interesting.
No.
I don't want to
like
talk
what
about
is
shipping
going on? What is
containers.
going on with the shipping containers? A lot of people actually don't know what's going on with shipping containers, and they're always asking, "Hey, why is my bike so delayed? Why is my bike so delayed?" So this is a good chance to tell people
Yeah.
what's going on in the background.
So this may get, if it's boring, just send us a
Just let us know.
message and we'll just stop talking about shipping containers.
Yeah.
But you should know that if you're looking, even if you're not going to buy a bike from us, if anybody, any e-bike company right now, and actually just any company in general, it could be like your camera equipment or whatever it be. These next couple months are really going to get crazy for products coming from all over the world. What's happened is during COVID, there was a shortage of workers, and that shortage of workers at the ports led to a traffic jam. And all these boats were just like hanging out in the ocean because there was not enough people to offload them because everybody was worried about COVID. COVID got straightened out and they put mask policies in place, and it's no longer a problem, but the traffic jam is still going on. They're trying to even it out, but they can't. And so, just numbers, if you're interested, when we would import a 40-foot shipping container of planks, you know how big that is, it's a full tractor trailer. To get it from overseas cost us about $3,500 a couple of years ago. That's just like the boat cost. Last year during peak COVID, when there was hardly any workers, it doubled. So it went to $7,200. This past week, we're getting ready to get a whole delivery coming in very soon for Bandit production, and we recorded $29,000.
Whoa, yeah, that's ridiculous.
So what's happening is the numbers right now are about every 5 containers that comes to the U.S., only 1 is getting back. And it's just like there's no boxes to put stuff in, right? So now that's cascading, and like our frame builders, they're trying to send them out, but there aren't enough containers. And so our frame builders sent us photos of the warehouse. They don't have enough space to do any welding or building
There's so much.
because there's so many frames. So they're like, we can't even make anything because we can't get the things that we've already finished making out. Every office is full of parts. Like so until the containers get figured out.
Yeah. And even when they get here, it's still a hassle to get them out of the shipping lanes.
That's right.
So on top of that, it's like both ends are freaking.
So just be aware, like, if you start seeing companies, we'll tell you that there's no way we won't see single A's. Every company for every product is going to be like, hey guys, we really thought we overestimated and we gave ourselves 2 months worth of buffer, but even 2 months wasn't enough. Yeah.
That kind of leads into Johnny's question about how long for delivery in the US.
So when we began doing the first batch of not first, this will be the third batch now for the 300, we're going to be doing about 50 a month or so. We were guaranteed that frames would ship out in the beginning of June. Okay, so that's where we're at. So we were like, okay, we're going to factor in 2 months of delay. Right, so getting into the end of July was kind of what we were targeting. So that's still pretty good, but I would say that that's only going to be good for people that are like early through. So if you were to order Bandit right now, you would likely look at the middle of August. Middle of August, maybe the last week of August. That's unfortunately the way it is. So.
Brian McCann said, battery blenders? Question mark. What do you mean by that? Are you asking what they are or if they have them? We can explain what they are. Actually, there's a lot of people that don't know what a battery blender is. So, do we have one? Yeah. So we're gonna grab this thing. It's called a battery blender. This thing is awesome. Matt and Colin are gonna explain it to us.
It blends your battery.
It blends them.
That's the short. I saw Ryan really quickly asking what's called a dirt fence. Somebody just dumped a pile of dirt next to our facility, and we've been riding on it.
Oh, it's fun.
So, I like totally
It's so
cool.
much fun.
Yeah, there's just a giant pile of dirt. We didn't get it. It just appeared.
Hey Matt, did you fall today?
Yeah, you guys.
Not once.
Stay tuned. You'll get to see me get a bloody nose going over the handlebars.
But we didn't get the second one though.
Yeah, I haven't crashed on an e-bike ever, and today I crashed twice.
The ecology part hill always gets somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I was going down that hill and I was like, I think I took the wrong way, and he followed me, and like there was all these crevices and weird things, and
I would bet that most people who are experienced e-bike riders, if they were riding that crevice,
they probably would have fell.
probably
Oh
would
yeah,
have
no doubt.
I basically just stopped my bike and waited to figure out what everybody else was doing, and I consider myself someone who's doing it. Yeah, I was like, my God.
Yeah, I just saw it and I just accepted it. I'm like, I'm gonna crash. I can't do anything. Just ride into it and try not to hurt yourself.
Just go with the flow.
I did kind of fall gracefully.
Yeah.
And I mean, I almost got run over by Colin.
Yeah, luckily
that was
until
it.
it stopped.
Yeah.
It was a fun packed day, so
It was good. It was
But the early morning crash, I think was good.
yeah, that was pretty epic.
I was the only one wearing a helmet, and I was the only one that crashed.
I was my helmet. I was
Okay,
really stoned.
sorry, Deanna. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Eric.
I'm the one that I face planted.
See what happens when you wear a helmet? You fall.
Just don't wear a helmet. That's all you have to do.
It's not coming from the owner.
Don't end up like that.
I got a battery over here.
Yeah.
So this is a battery over here.
Here, let me show you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
That's the, well, this is weird.
That's good.
So loud.
that's good.
That's it.
Show it. Yep.
And hold on, eventually it will turn.
You guys look nice and blurry in the background because it's a good lens.
It's so professional. So the battery blender is a pretty cool piece of tech. You have two inputs. So you can put one battery in and put the other battery to the other side. These two guys in the middle, you can actually pick which one you want. It doesn't matter which one. One is just like for more technical stuff, but One of them just goes out to your controller. And what it does is it solves this problem of running two batteries in parallel and worrying about them discharging into each other and like burning out your battery and melting wires and crazy stuff. You can even do some crazy stuff, like you can combine a 52-volt battery and a 48-volt battery. So all this thing does, it's really not that insane. It just detects which battery has a higher voltage. So if you have a 52 and a 48 connected, it will start drawing power from that 52. And then once the 52 reaches 54.6, so the same voltage as a 48, it will then start drawing them both together. And then you draw them both down, and then your 52-volt battery's BMS will trigger and turn itself off when it's low. And then we'll only take juice from that 48 thing. So all it's doing is saying, which one's higher? This one's higher, and then take juice from that one. Oh wait, now both batteries are the same power. Let's now take power from both of them. So because it does that, you get less sag, and you also get access to higher top speeds for almost the entire charge. So you know that like once you get down towards that 20% range, your throttle isn't putting out like it used to. But because it's running two batteries, it takes amperage from both of them and can supply you with that top speed that you want.
Is it available on the website?
Yeah, it's available.
Will avoid your warranty.
We'll definitely not void your warranty.
Yeah. On your bikes?
Oh yeah.
Only on smart bikes.
And on steep roads. Yeah.
So, in the e-bike world, I'm sure you guys are all aware, all pretty experienced here, but XT60 connectors are used everywhere. So if your bike uses an XT60 connector, you can just do it. If it doesn't use an XT60 connector, you can just adapt that connector. There's just a couple brands that have proprietary connectors that we have no option for because if we've made an adapter that would be illegal. You can't do it. So that's all it is. But yeah, we have, I think inventory right now, we have like maybe 23, 24 of them. And we're always running other batches of them.
Can we talk about what we might do?
Yeah.
Another.
Yeah, sure. So
So probably.
right now it's only XT60. And we keep on getting people asking, when are you going to do an XT90? We've only done this thing for like a month now.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, when's the next generation?
It's exciting.
So yes, it's not hard. We can do an XT90 version. So if you have a higher powered bike, it's something that can definitely pretty soon, like a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to battery blend your big
Yeah.
bikes.
How about charging? Can you charge? Can the blender let you charge both at
Not
the
this
same time?
Not this one.
Good question.
So it's doing that feature actually makes it kind of expensive. So I mean the battery blender itself is already pretty expensive. If you think about it, like it's kind of this unassuming little box, and it's like $150. It does a lot, but still, you know, when things are made on such a small production that they cost quite a bit. But adding the charging feature on is absolutely possible. It just raises cost a bit. And actually, on a related note to that, we can even do a triple setup. So we can even do 3 batteries if you really wanted to.
What about
So-
17 batteries?
Probably.
Just keep, I wonder if you
Yeah.
could just ACG. So,
Trailers.
so I think eventually what will probably happen is we'll have a couple standard versions that we stock, where we say, okay, we got the XT60, we got the XT90, and then we have like, do you want to add a charging feature onto it? Okay, it'll be 2 weeks. Do you want to add a 3rd battery onto it? Okay, it'll be 2 weeks. Because the people in that realm are 5%. People want those crazy things, but people want those crazy things.
Yep.
So why not?
And for those of you that want that to have a bike with regen, right now it doesn't work with
Correct.
regen.
Correct. That is a huge thing about this. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's totally unavoidable. It will not work with regen.
Yeah. So does it mean it won't work for the bikes that have regen, or just will take your regen out?
You just don't even want regen.
Yeah. So it will work with the bikes that have regen, just won't have regen on. Well, if you have two
Take the
batteries,
regen off.
come on.
So it's something to keep in mind.
I think you should rename your Trooper, and then you should call it the Smoky. So then you
The
have
Smoky.
Smoky and the Bandit, and then you need your
That's what-
Iceman.
Oh, that's so good.
heavy
Yeah.
baller.
I think that's a great idea. We probably get some copyright issues.
I think Smokey's getting mad at me right now, so let me answer that. Just ask a question. I bought a Grizzly. I won't get it until next month. I'm handicapped. It's a pedal assist, easy to use. Yes, it definitely is easy to use. You will not have a hard time at all. So there's your answer. Sorry about taking so long.
You can also, for the Grizzly, you could choose to be in single motor mode.
Yeah, single
So
motor.
if you're new to riding, that's something really cool about their bike. Is just, hey, I'm going to start by being in one motor and not fly up the handlebars.
Yeah.
And then once you get your confidence up,
And what's our product lineup here at Spark?
what's the product line?
Gwen wants to know what's your product lineup.
And just like,
Should we just like bring the bikes up
we
and
can
show
do a
you?
little, we'll do a little show.
Quick little bike.
Let me ask two more questions.
Yeah, yeah.
Here.
A little show.
One of them was oh, I had it. Where'd it go, John? I'll give it to John.
What is
How much are your batteries?
How much are the batteries? Well, that's a tricky question just because we have so many different batteries. I mean, realistically, like, okay, let's just take the most extreme one, the Bandit battery, right? That's a 24.5 amp hour battery. It's 48 volts. That's probably the biggest e-bike battery you can get before you're starting to get into like a motorcycle class. Those ones are probably about $500. But what you got to keep in mind is if you look at the Bandit, we chose a lot of these parts for a specific reason. That bracket is a standard bracket. So just go to Amazon, you can buy another battery for whatever fits on there. The other side to it is, if you ever want to run a second battery, you can just use battery blender and tie anything in. You got one of those crazy triangle batteries, just tie it in. So, like the Bandit was designed so that you can buy our kit if you would like it, because it's easy to install. Or you can just use one of our blenders and do whatever you want. You want to run something in your backpack. So things range. High end, probably $500-600. Low end for like a cruiser bike, probably like cruiser bikes.
As we bring the bikes up, when we tell them the prices, because they want to know.
Yeah,
of course.
Okay.
I'm looking to spend about $1,500 on an electric bike. What would you recommend?
Okay, that's a pretty big question because that price point is really, really good. You're going to be able to get access to so many great bikes. Not just, we have a few options that would probably work, but you're going to start to get into the territory of 100 other brands. So the big question is, what type of riding are you doing?
Yeah. Riding is like
In
what
style, yeah.
Yeah. So are you in the city? Okay, you might want to get a folding bike. There's some really amazing folding bikes now. Go to your apartment, take one trip. Are you in New England having crazy snow weather and stuff like that and terrible roads? You might want to get a mountain bike or something like a high-powered moped. Are you in Florida with super flat roads and never seen a hill?
Delaware.
Delaware? You might want to get like a cruiser bike, like the cones and things like that. It's kind of overwhelming right now.
Yeah, we're kind of like in the very beginning of like, we've talked about it, it's like when car companies started. It's like there was a million car companies. And as the industry kind of developed, a lot of them dropped off, went under, or went away, or got bought up. So we're kind of like there for e-bikes. It's just like there's everyone, it's super accessible, anyone can start one, anyone can like just design a bike and get one. There's no like, something wrong.
So the specific from that same person would be to do road and light off-road.
Okay, that's cool. We have a bike that I can show you from our company that would work, and it would give you an idea of other types of e-bikes that you could look into. The one thing that I cannot stress enough is to consider maybe talking to a local bike shop first. Okay? And, you know, a lot of local bike shops now are they're just carrying ridiculously expensive e-bikes. They'll carry like a $5,000 e-bike because that's what they can get from these high-end brands. But the first step that you should absolutely do is find a bike shop that will work on electric. Just do that first.
That's really actually a really good
Yeah.
point. Because a lot of places like where I live, like my hub cycle, they will not, there's nobody that's going to work on it, so I have to learn how to do it myself, or like, I have to put it in a van and drive it to North Carolina. So it's not work. Yeah.
So make sure you call around and find a shop that will work on it. And if somebody says, yeah, we work on it, ask them, do you guys have any e-bikes in this $1,500 range? And if they do, I would probably start by buying one of those. I mean, you guys have experience here. You buy one e-bike, you're going to get other e-bikes. But that first e-bike is critical so that you can learn all the ins and outs of how this thing works, and you know, how do I change a flat tire on a puppy? All these different things. So,
Yeah.
The
first e-bike is definitely the gateway. Yeah. Whichever e-bike it is.
One turns into 10, dude.
Yeah, you can buy one at Costco, and next thing you know,
Yeah.
you're going to be scouring the internet.
It's almost better than products. Those seem to be the ones that called mom now.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about easy hardware about yourself? Tell everyone a little bit more about your recent expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, so we've just, I mean, a few months ago, we acquired a warehouse. So that freed up a lot of space just for bikes, boxes of bikes. So those are all also there. And then just recently, in our actual building unit where we are now, we basically got the next unit that's connected to ours. So previously, we worked at a different company. So we now have that. So everything you're looking at, we used to have half the space here. I know you can't really tell the scale here, but yeah, we used to have half the space, half of it was storage. So that was like a shop. But it was always kind of just like a hybrid thing. Didn't really know what it wanted to be.
It's always changing.
Always changing. We're like, I make the joke with everybody, like, oh my God, Matt's got me moving shit. It's literally every other week we're just moving stuff around. But now we're pretty stoked on this like configuration, I think. So now it's just like, it's empty, it's a showroom. We have plenty of office room, we have plenty of assembly room. We have like an actual like pseudo assembly line set up in the back. I'm sure we'll show that off on social media. Yeah. So like before, it was just like open a bike and build it wherever it's room. Like there was no order. It was just like the tools would get lost and everything. Very, very impromptu assembly. So now we have like an actually established assembly line. Okay, here's the wheel station. Here's the frame station. Here's the wire station. It's super organized and streamlined. It's really good. But yeah, little content. You have a content room now.
Yeah,
With the green screen.
be able to actually start making some great YouTube videos. You know, just stupid stuff like how do you put this bike together out of the box, or like how do I do my brakes? One thing I wanted to see if we can get some comments on. We have a pretty interesting concept that I'd love to hear people's thoughts on. We're setting up a assembly space right now in the middle of this whole facility. And we're actually testing out this concept of what if we just did a live stream all the time of the assembly space on our YouTube channel. And the idea would be, like, let's say you bought Bandit, and everybody that buys Bandit always follows up with like 20 emails of like all the crazy custom stuff you want. So, all right, we got your whole list of parts that you want. We're going to do this thing. You know, 2 weeks in, you get an email and it says, hey, at 3 p.m., if you tune into our live stream, you'll get to watch your Bandit getting made, and you can leave comments, and you can say hello to the team, and we'll like bring the camera over and show you. So the inspiration was Domino's Pizza.
That's super cool.
So there's something to see what you guys think. If we sent you a link and said, hey, tune in at this time, you can watch your bike getting built by our techs, would you actually do it, or is this just something that we're going to set up and nobody's going to It'd be pretty interesting. I am yet to hear anybody do it. The other, besides dominoes, the other thing was this whole space is turning into like a retail space on this half. And you no longer get to see us building stuff while you come here and buy items. So we want you to be able to come here and Colin will work with you and walk through the whole design process, you pick out your stuff, and then say, okay, we got your whole checklist here. We're gonna make you a cup of coffee, and you can watch the live stream on TV and hang out. And we're gonna build your bike in the next hour. You get to hang around and take your bike back up.
That's cool.
So that's what we're trying to get to. Is you don't want to wait a while, you can actually come to our headquarters, pick out all the stuff with us, and we will build it for you that day.
For sure.
Oh, I want to do that.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool experience.
That's cool. Yeah, and I think that's something we always do. It's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
We've talked about it that we're trying to not ever be like too boring corporate, where we're disconnected from our
If you guys
customers.
don't know them, I don't know them until I came on here 2 days ago, and basically he's left his wife to hang out with me and Shreddie every day, every minute, and both of them have just been like completely awesome. So as people that run a company, it's cool to support a company that's dope.
I see a lot of other companies too. That's like what, when I started working here, I didn't know anything about like community.
What did you do for it?
I was a barista.
He makes a killer cup of coffee.
I still love being a barista. So, but this is awesome, and like we did our trip recently down the East Coast, and like the people I met, I haven't had that kind of connection with somebody in such a long time. And it's just such a sick community. It's such a cool community. Everyone's super nice. And I always want to say that. Being ingrained in involved. So, yeah, Matt, I'm sure Matt can talk about that. We never want to be.
One thing about this, so yeah, we definitely have no like focus on being like a 10,000 a bike, a 20,000 a bike year company. We want to keep things fairly small and specialized. We want to have a company so that when you call us up or you want to send us a last minute email, we can always answer things. And, one of the things is like the reality is just stuff breaks. Like these are machines, and while we send these things out, thinking like, are we done everything quickly? Stuff happens, and we've just been learning time and time again. The number one thing with this product line, not just like our product line, just e-bikes, is customer service. If you don't get a bike from a company that has good customer service, it's a really scary thing. So while we are staying small, recently our focus has been at hiring more people just for customer service. So it's usually when you're hiring people, you're just hiring people just to start doing like
Take a trash out, build the bike.
yeah.
So
Sell.
Yeah.
That's not where we're at. I'm hiring like salesmen right now. We're just hiring really wonderful people that will go out of their way to help you. And it's probably not the best business choice, just from a financial point of view, but it's what's going to make sure that the company's going to be around for more than 5 years.
Keep the customers happy.
So like Teo, like we always joke about Teo, he's one of our new guys, that he's going to be doing social media and all this kind of stuff, but really, he's just a wonderful person. He's going to be doing great customer service. Karen is an amazing motorcycle builder, so she will be able to give amazing advice on like customizing things, or like just perspective of like, this is a motorcycle from 50 years ago, this is what broke down. I recommend that you don't do this to your bike because of what, Royal Enfield did that.
We'll have to get her on the live stream.
yeah,
Awesome.
Karen as well. And this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw a cool question.
Yeah.
Johnny asked about different color frames.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like yes, short answer, yes, we're absolutely gonna do that.
What colors are you thinking?
I got a crazy idea.
Uh-oh.
They're aluminum. So I like the idea of what you were saying, with no paint. That would be cool. Yeah, like a chrome kind of the tubes. But what is the process there?
Anodizing. So we've never seen a bike frame anodized, and they're always painted, but the anodizing process is literally just the equivalent is rust on iron. It's just that rust on aluminum is clear, the oxidation process. And what's really cool is you can stain it. So like an iPhone, that's aluminum that is oxidized. So that's the anodizing process. But what's crazy about anodizing is it's incredibly hard. Aluminum oxide is ruby. So the coating, the paint, it's not paint, but the paint is literally the hardness of a ruby compound. So you can just start doing some crazy paint jobs and it should just like it doesn't chip, right? So it was some interesting things, but I don't know. I was looking at a code
Yeah.
What's that?
it's like a blue purple.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think if we do colors, they're gonna be like, what? Why did they choose that? Probably some normal ones. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta do a couple of.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, I love Super 73's colors. Like, they have some really cool colors.
Yeah.
Especially the Z. Like, I love like that orange they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know this is your subject.
Yeah. What other bike companies do?
Yeah, exactly.
My wife literally wanted the Z1 because it was pink. Like another company had a pink bike.
Yeah.
I mean, she likes the Z1 now. She likes the other, but yeah, pink. Like that was specifically because the girls that ride, like, they want it to look not just like all the guys.
Yeah.
You know. What if you did one that was like?
I love
What if you did one that was
probably.
It was Thunder. I've never seen that.
You haven't seen Thunder ever?
No, it's been a long time. What if you did one that had like cubic zirconiums all over it?
Like the dazzle.
Yeah, my wife has a dazzled like a
Jewel.
The
yeah,
jewel bike.
or just like a certain part of it.
SPARK X Gucci.
Oh, no. You guys made a Gucci bike?
I've seen Gucci some video like a Gucci vinyl. Basically, you have your 73 battery or what strap.
Oh,
there's a-
okay,
there's a
that's
dude,
cool.
I don't
it's
remember.
the pattern. It's not actually.
I don't remember your name, but he has completely Louis Vuitton
Yeah.
his entire bike. Yeah, it's like the seat, the pad, the whole thing is Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton.
I love it.
That's
It's like YouTube video of you cutting apart a pack.
Yeah, it was literally from a real bike.
Wow.
No freaking way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an expensive
That is
sticker
that
or
guy.
whatever.
I mean, just to go back to the paint color, by the way, what color would you want us to do? That's a really important question. We can come up with crazy ideas, but everything can like it. Really wouldn't matter, so.
I think also, like, I mean, in line with our whole thing of wanting to do custom build. I mean, I'm pretty sure Taryn has experience in painting and actually professionally painting frames. We're totally open to hiring people like that. And that's like, that would go in line with their custom. This person wants this crazy color. We can do it. It's gonna cost extra, but like, I want to do it. We can.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
You know, right now, the whole focus is on black frames just because of our production capabilities. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not hard to take a black frame and repaint it, you know. So, I don't know how expensive it would be to do it, but I can't imagine it would be crazy. A bike frame isn't very big. It's not-
$200, $300 or something?
That's what I think.
Get that?
Yeah.
And for a really sick paint job, like, I think it would definitely possible. So, yeah, it's definitely on the list. We have this list of possible deals.
Lots of customization.
We'll show the bikes I can open.
Yeah, let's show the bikes off. We'll show the bikes, and then I want to show this Bandit with the cool little like mod that I wanted to test out.
Just get that right before I-
It took like 10 seconds to put on, and just kind of showing you how easy it is to customize the Bandit. It's super easy. Like if you don't like something on it, like it's super easy to unplug and plug something else in.
Hey-
Oh,
hey, guys.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna actually hold the camera for this section.
I'll just show them the.
So you got Chris back here holding the camera. I know it's not perfectly steady, but
Check out how easy this is. Okay.
all right, here we go.
Looks so good.
Well, pretty much, yeah. We're gonna show you like how easy it is to customize these bikes. Do you guys want to see the bikes first, or do you guys want to see us doing the customization? Let me get this bike kind of out of the way.
Yeah, we can show off something first. Do you want to show off the?
Dude, this is like guys. This is the funnest thing in the world to do. Like, look what we're doing. We're hanging out and playing with e-bikes. Like, nothing beats this. Shawver and I have been doing this for the last 2 days here, and endless fun. Endless fun. I want my house to be this. Can I look at Spark, guys?
Here, I'll give you guys a little pan of the shop here. So for you guys that are not from, I've never seen this before. That's basically the parking lot. You come in through this big bay door. They have some merch on the walls. They got some bikes over here. They got like a kind of like a little coffee bar situation. Some products on the shelf behind over here. And then as you go this way, you kind of start to see into the office. I'm not going to zoom in over here, but this goes way back. You go through this door, that door, and there's like 16 more little doors and nooks and crannies. And there's a bunch of little, like, basically there's a bunch of office space back there. And,
and Matt can play that freaking piano. Like,
oh yeah, check out this piano.
He's a genius on a piano. I never knew he could play that good.
Matt is a music. He can play everything.
Yeah, like maybe if he walks by this, let him touch the piano for 1 second.
I will.
There's Shreddie playing the piano. You ready? Got something for it.
What do you guys think?
And then ready? You ready for this? Ready? But Coach, just a quick little.
I wonder if the audio's gonna pick it up.
Did you hear him playing yesterday? Look how good.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, dude, he's really good. He's really good.
This is a pretty awesome live because you guys get to see the behind the scenes. To me, as like a customer of e-bike brands, I love the behind the scenes stuff. See what's really happening.
See the real magic. Yeah.
So I forget who asked. Somebody asked if they want a bike. They want a bike for $1,500. So this is the Lightning. This is a bike we're actually discontinuing, but it is exactly $1,500.
Yeah.
Not trying to pitch you on it. There's not really any left, I don't think, anyway. So, but it is a 250 watt, just kind of stealth e-bike. Like if you saw this thing on the road, you probably wouldn't think much of it, and you think it's a regular bicycle. But it's got a front suspension. It's got kind of like hybridized traditional skinny bike tires.
How do you charge it?
You pop the battery out. I'll turn it around here on this side. You got like a battery popped into the frame. Comes right out.
That is stealth. I didn't even know there's a battery there.
Yeah, you can't really tell unless you like took a really close look at it. But
What's the size? This is another.
the wheels are 700C.
What's the amp hours on the battery? 36 volt, right?
Yes, 36 volt.
250 watt motor on there.
Yep.
And I feel like this is like 11 or 10 amp hour battery.
It's a 10.4.
10.4, yeah. And another
I should
thing,
know that.
you can actually plug in another battery to this too if you want.
Yeah, you put it in one. Yeah.
Slap a rack on the back.
All our controllers are in there.
Super cool.
Yeah, I put racks. I haven't done a dual battery in a while.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a cool thing.
Something to see.
Yeah, but this is like something. There are other companies. Like I said, we're discontinuing it, but this would probably be a really good starting point.
Are you discontinuing because you guys are really focusing on the certain?
Yeah, pretty much. Like we'd rather just spread all of our resources a little thinner, rather than kind of broad, which is what we were doing when we first started out. We tried one of everything. We had some like when we first started out, we had some crazy bikes that were like tiny little. I don't even know what the size of the wheels were.
Oh, really?
Just like little tiny bikes.
That's
tried one of everything. And honestly, the fat tire bikes kind of stick more around here. But yeah, this is a great option for anyone who's trying to get into it at a low price point. But we can move on to like the fat tire cruiser bikes. Yeah, bring it out one.
So this next bike's called the Outlaw.
Yeah. So this is the Outlaw. We have a step-through version as well. I don't know if there's one, but it's the same exact bike except with a step-through frame rather than like this kind of straight curving frame.
It's got a bigger battery than the last bike you just
Yeah,
showed.
much bigger battery. We got a 40 volt on here. It's a removable stick type battery. 750 watt motor, so we went up quite a bit. We're gonna have a 500 watt version as well.
That's
This
the
is at a
motor.
lower price point. But so this bike goes for about 1,600, so barely a jump up from the previous one. And it's just a good cruising bike. No suspension, but we have a spring-loaded seat, and
The fat tires.
the fat tires help
Yeah.
a lot. It's like really surprising how much they do. But, they're great, and it's pretty much the same thing. Stick type battery, totally like easy to get battery. It's not, if you want to get a second one.
Not proprietary.
Not proprietary, yeah, that's our whole philosophy. You can put whatever you want in this thing. You can do it yourself, you can have us do it. You get the right to repair, the right to customize, all that good stuff. But yeah, this bike works. This bike has a lot of torque. I put it on the beach, you know, lower the PSI to like 5, basically flat tires, but on the beach it's so fun to just like rip on the sand. And just a good bike to cruise around town. So nothing crazy off road, just the road and bike paths. It's a fun all around bike. For sure. I think we'll go to a mountain bike next.
These mountain bikes are a whole nother story. I had no idea.
I can't wait to show you guys the video of us bombing the hills with these things.
I didn't.
This is what we
know.
do to these things.
Yeah, this is the one I rode personally, and I put this thing.
Through the ringer.
Yeah.
I was basically stuck in mud and just full throttling it, and the motor, it didn't freak out that bad, but it was like crazy what I was able to climb.
Push through, yeah. Insane. I'll be in Florida sometime soon.
Oh, I'll go with you. That's my little stop.
I love Florida.
But yeah, this is a Mountaineer, and it's a 750 watt fat tire mountain bike. Again, nothing crazy going on. It's just a traditional kind of like a mountain bike frame. We've got a front suspension. We haven't done a back. Matt and I have talked about it. We might do it. We're keeping the Mountaineer, and I'm sure it'll evolve in the future. But
I'm sure rear suspension would be awesome, but I was surprised on riding off-road yesterday how much it.
Yeah.
The front suspension is really important when you're like going over those little bridges and hitting those big rocks. As long as the front takes it, the back kind of just rolls with it, which is pretty interesting.
And you're never like, I mean, unless you're going slow, you're gonna be like kind of standing up a little bit.
Use your legs.
You're not gonna be sitting on the seat, like that's like kind of how you're supposed to mountain bike. And I'm sure there's like some crazy mountain bikers out there that are like, oh, this isn't fun. But that's not what it's going for. It's just like you're not doing crazy down there. But you're doing trails and you're really doing kind of
One thing I'd add,
paths like that.
is just how many people are buying that bike for more of a commuting aspect. Because there's so many terrible potholes.
Yeah, Connecticut. I don't know. Connecticut, New York. I'm sure New Jersey. Like the Northeast has just really crappy roads. So even just like as a road commuter bike, this thing's very comfortable. So that's, you don't have to strictly use this off road. It's a super fun bike regardless. And if you do go off road, as you can see.
Somebody wants to know if do you guys do like tire liner installs, like Tanis, or something with if the customer wants it in their tire, they send it to you, would you guys install it for them?
Yeah,
Awesome.
we'll do that. Yeah,
Super
cool. We've had people ask about that before. What's kind of is that. But yeah, if they fit the wheel, I don't see why we couldn't do that.
Awesome.
We do all sorts of different tires as well. People will send us requests like they can use these like obscure Shinko dirt bike tires on the Bandit, and we'll just order them and put them on.
Yeah,
So it's another thing.
yeah, we usually just like get the part here. Depending on how long it takes, we charge for it quickly. But it's nothing crazy usually. People are waiting on it. So yeah, we take requests essentially.
How much is this one again?
This one is about 1,700.
1,700. Awesome.
But yeah, this is staying around. It might take a while.
Yeah,
I like where it is, honestly.
You know, as time goes on, we've been looking more and more to this other options to give to people. So, you know, one thing about this bike is its frame is beautiful. I love how the frame works and just the way it looks. One area that we are continuously looking to improve are the front forks. And so, and the brakes, you know, you can always improve these things. And so, Lately, I've been looking at like, well, if somebody wants a $1,000 Fox Sport, why not make that an option? It's kind of goes in line with the whole philosophy of the company. We're not going to limit this just to what we think you want. If you want something, we're a small enough company that we can do those things. So I would say in the next 6 to 8 months, you'll probably see the Mountaineer go from being this way to, oh, I can now get hydraulic and road brakes on it. That's sweet. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, I can now get this dual crown downhill mountain bike for it. Sounds cool. I want a second battery pack on it. Yeah, maybe we can do that too. So that's going to be one of the time goes on.
It's not going to come off.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Want to, we'll do a flip bandit. I think Shreddie wants to show off the,
Oh yeah, the quick, super quick mod that they did on it.
Make sure that the dual motor cargo setup.
So I like this setup. I've been asking about this setup for a very long time because I mean everybody has their preference on this.
probably really close.
Yeah. Is that too close, Chris?
No, it's perfect.
Okay. So yeah, so I really wanted a twist throttle on the Bandit, and I had no clue they had them here. But when I got here, Matt was like, "Dude, I got a twist throttle. We'll try it." I'm like, "It's not going to be hard to plug it in or whatever." I said, "Nah." All they did is took this off, the little panel. You get in there, you find the wire that goes to the throttle. Unplug that, plug it in. You run it through the. There's like a little hole in the frame right here, Matt.
Yep. Yeah, right.
Push it through, plug it in, and you're ready to go. So now, would this be the first one of the first Bandits with the twist throttle?
That's the first Bandit with the twist throttle.
Yes, the first Bandit with the twist throttle, guys. Check this out. Like, well, there's the old throttle.
Yeah,
old throttles.
This is the old throttle. It had a little thumb throttle, but now the Bandit has a twist throttle. So that's what I love about this place. Like, we have options.
Yeah.
Like, maybe somebody doesn't like the twist throttle and they want this, or vice versa. But I'm digging it. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a blast.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we get this comment all the time, why are you doing thumb throttles? Well, for one, it's a safety thing, right? So, you do a thumb throttle, it's a little bit safer, but the twist throttle, you get that whiskey throttling, go flying out into the woods. So that's one aspect of it. But another aspect of it was honestly just grips. So grips is like a fun way that you can customize the bike, whether you're doing like super comfy grips or just really cool looking grips. And you can't do that as easy with a twist throttle because it takes up the whole area of the grip.
Right.
So there's pros and cons, and people like either one. So if enough people really like a twist throttle, then it costs hardly anything to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so quick. You did that so fast.
That's the beauty of using standardized parts, right?
So literally all the parts, like say you want a different horn, does it all go down there?
It all goes
into there. Different display, anything you want to do, we'll get wired.
You could go to Amazon and get different turn signals.
Yeah.
They run on 12 volt. You can get a different headlight, same deal. It's all standardized. Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned turn signals. Timmy Whittaburner asked, "Are we going to upgrade our signals and brake lights?"
Yes. So right now the front turn signals I think they're pretty good. The rear turn signals are pretty awful, just because it's all integrated into that rear light. So we have modified the frame. This batch of Bandits. There's now a mount system in the rear, and we're putting the same turn signals that are on the front here. We're putting another set of them on the back.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
So that, the front is nice because if you're at a four-way stop or something like a stop sign, the car can tell which way you're going to go.
Yeah, there's like these little blue lights back here.
Yep.
People actually never notice that before.
Yep.
Show them how you can. It's flimsy, like you're.
Oh yeah.
In a good way. It's flimsy in a good way. You're not
Yeah.
gonna break
It's
it.
intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional. It's like if you hit something.
So you don't break it. So you can dump the bike and snap off. But if you want to flip it around, you can see Right now, as far as visibility goes, that's all you're getting. So we basically pass the legal requirements that are needed for DOT, but it's not good. So the next set, you'll have 2 turn signals sticking off.
Yeah. It looks okay now, but during the daytime, you can barely see it, to be completely honest. So it's something we wanted to work on.
But that's an easy change.
Yeah, very easy. Very easy. And there's not very many with this, so
Yeah.
we're already on it.
Yatu loves the turn signals.
They're pretty sick, Yatu. Oh, Yatu's gonna get to try to Bandit here soon.
Yeah, he says he wants to get one.
He's coming Saturday to come for a little group ride in Lewis.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good about that. So, what's the next thing we wanted to show?
Thank you, Timmy. He said you guys are awesome.
I have a set of rear shocks.
Yeah, let's do that.
If they show how quickly it would be to do.
I got it. Are you looking for a sidewalk?
Let's ride.
This side. Here. Let's see how important it is to change out the rear shocks.
We're doing this live.
We're doing it.
We're doing it live. Anything can go wrong, guys. Nothing's going wrong because this is simple. I've actually never ever done this before. I've never changed any shocks on a bike.
I've never seen it been done.
So you need a.
Hopefully nothing goes wrong. It's usually pretty straightforward. So one thing about the Bandit is, these rear shocks, they're pretty stiff. We're fully aware they're pretty stiff. But they're parts that we can get right now. We like them, but the main thing is this dimension is all standardized. It's the same dimension out of some old Honda motorcycles and an old Yamaha motorcycle. So you can go to Amazon and buy 50 million different colors of these shocks. You don't like this style, there's tons of other brands. We also have ones on our website that are pretty much the same exact thing. They're just from us, but super easy to get right.
And you can actually let air out of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you
a
can
piggyback.
adjust
Yep.
these? Yeah. What?
What up, Ricardo? He says, what up, guys?
What's up, Richie? That is really cool. Check out the looks of these. And let me bring up a few colors over here since you guys do have some cool options to choose from. Got this badass green, the standard. So I guess this is kind of like the standard one, just a silver with the black spring. This is the one we're slapping on there, the gold. That looks so badass, guys. Here's the green one. I actually like the look of this one. What do you guys think about that? Drop a like for that one. And then here's the other option, the red one. Are these all the colors that they have?
Oh, no, they have a bunch.
There's probably 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, really? And they pink probably. Oh, cool. So yeah, there you go, guys. If you want to customize your bike to your color liking, get these badass shocks on there. They look awesome, dude. I really do. But my choice was these cool black and gold ones. I think the gold is gonna make the bike pop. Let me know which ones out of these two you like the most.
I gotta go with gold. Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Let's go with the black and red.
Look at that already.
So there's only 2 bolts, so all you have to do is just remove bolts.
Why is that swing already?
Yeah.
We can adjust it. So if you look, the bottom part of that shock is threaded, so you can actually extend it up to about 2 inches. So it's going to raise the seat height a little bit, which is nice too. All right.
Yeah.
Bria Killa Kicks asked if we can add the Nomad kit to a D-class, Aerial Rider D-class.
So the Nomad kit is designed specifically for Bandits. It comes with a bracket, actually calling it a bracket.
Oh yeah, is it on your desk? Cool.
So in that situation, we normally just say, get a battery blender and go find a battery. Or if you're like, I don't want to do that, we'll find a battery for you and take it as it goes. So yeah, the kits are designed specifically for our bikes to make it easier for our riders.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's,
so this is the
that's a brand.
This is the bracket that we had custom machined, and it basically goes right there. And
Everybody's liking the green, by the way,
Yeah.
for the shocks.
people like the green one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that bracket goes on the top bar, and then we screw in the battery mounted bracket onto this bracket, and then the battery slides into that second bracket. There's a lot of brackets going on, but yeah, there's no reason you couldn't mount something to your aerial rider and wire it up. The hardest part would just be wiring it up. So it's totally possible.
Yeah, turn one has his forward because of the frame.
Oh, okay.
Is that doing anything
Yeah.
bad for it, or does it matter?
I don't know, Turn's in the chat. What's up, Turn, if you're in here?
Yeah, Johnny asked about DOT and if they have VIN plates. Yes, it depends on your state, Johnny, to answer your question. Different states have different regulations. In Connecticut, where we are, for example, all you need to ride a Bandit legally is a driver's license or a motorcycle license. But in different states, they require you go to your DMV and get it registered, in which case you need that VIN plate. And we also, every Bandit ships with a MCO, which is a manufacturer's certificate of origin. And you need to show that to your DMV generally to get it registered. So wherever you are in the country, the Bandit is easily registerable if you require it. So it totally depends on your state.
One thing about shocks, which is funny, is there's preload on them, so you kind of have to squeeze it a little bit.
Did you just twist that to make it like a different thing?
Yeah, you can have to see when I'm twisting it, it's either shortening or lengthening it. So I just shortened it a little bit to fit that dimension.
That's a big tip for anybody trying to do this themselves. He like twisted the entire shock itself and adjusted it so that it would be easier to fit into that space. Like if you're trying to make it fit and you couldn't, and you felt like you wouldn't be able to push down that,
Right.
he twisted the actual shock
Double shot.
and it actually, yeah.
Awesome. Oh, so these are adjustable.
Yeah.
There.
So we do have to put some spacers, just so I put these little spacers in here.
Is this your bike, Shreddie?
Yeah.
So are you gonna have to get back to that?
This is my mystery mod right here. Live mystery mod. It's on Monday. What's
Yeah.
Wednesday?
It's Tuesday, yeah.
You can go ride in a few minutes and know the difference.
We've been having so much fun here. I don't even want to live here. Like, I mean, leave here. I want to like stay here and hang
You
out.
want
with
to
you guys.
live here.
I want to live here, actually. Yeah.
I wonder if D is up for that.
Hey, we're gonna move into the SPARK CYCLEWORKS location.
We'll put a bed. We'll put some beds back there.
We're gonna throw some hammocks up there. Man. A shower's going back here.
The hammock would be a great idea.
Yeah.
I love hammocks. Dude.
Harold.
I actually used to do a lot of camping in hammocks. So I used to go to Florida every year on a skate trip, and I used to just bring my hammock set up. It was a hammock, a mosquito net, and then a big tarp that goes over it that covers it. Zip yourself up in there, and then just like fold yourself into the hammock. It's like the best feeling in the world. But it's because as a child, when I lived in Puerto Rico, I used to, when I was bad and crying or whatever, they threw me in a hammock and it just pushed me and then swung me.
Yeah.
And then I chilled out. And since then, I just love hammocks. So if I'm ever being a bad boy, crying or doing anything, Shaw, throw me in a hammock and just push me and then just let me laugh.
I'm gonna make it do a couple moves.
Oh, that'd be fun too.
Harold asked if we've considered making an E-quad.
An E-quad.
I didn't even know those exist. Does anybody make an E-quad?
Hub motors?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, as somebody who used to ride like motocross and quads are very dangerous, but they're fun as hell.
Yeah.
That probably not us, but I'm sure somebody will do it. Yeah.
If they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I feel like-
We've gotten close. Can I show the trike?
Oh,
We can.
We can show the trike off. On that is,
The trike.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do the camera.
You guys are gonna love this.
So Chris is manhandling the camera again, but just for your guys' viewing pleasure here in a second. This is a electric, and I rode this. This is an electric tricycle. Can you bring it forward? Just
So- Yeah. This is not something we're building. we bought one of these very early on to test it, and we're not selling it. This is the only one we have.
So it's not on the website.
It's not on the website. No. We will never sell this. We bought one to test. Nobody was interested in it. It's very expensive to make. It's hard to ship, but we have it.
Especially
so
with that.
This doesn't come with it either. This is just an old cooler that like we had that you can like put whatever you want in coffee shaped ice, whatever. And it's bolted to the back of the trike. But it's a lot of fun, and it goes up on its side very easily for no reason. It's very unsafe to ride. It requires a lot of skill. But yeah, like there's anything is possible. So there's no reason anyone can't make an E-quad.
Make everything electric.
Yeah,
All
literally.
electric.
Quite literally.
Holy crap, it's done, is it?
All right.
Yeah, I'm just having solutions.
What? Look at that, I already changed the whole like vibe of the bike.
Dude, it looks cool
That
with the
looks
gold, dude.
awesome. Hey guys, let me know what you think about it.
I'm sure you want to steer.
Should I go back to the old one? What's that?
Just steer for me. It was the trike squeaking.
It sounded like a record.
That looks freaking awesome, dude. It's gonna feel totally different.
Yeah, they feel better.
Yeah. Awesome. Did we time them? Was that like 5 minutes?
I think it's like
That was
Yeah.
less than 10 minutes for sure.
4 to 7. Something
Wow.
like that.
So guys, you can see this bike is definitely easy to mod yourself. And with the Mod Mondays, I'm going to be showing you how easy it is for somebody that doesn't know much about doing things in the electronics or anything with e-bikes. Oh, I'm only smart when Bobby Barb is here.
Death Rock said that Matt is a mechanical genius.
He is, dude.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. But anyone can do this, what we're doing now.
And what are you doing right now?
I'm twisting, so if you look on the side, it's very adjustable.
Yeah.
You see these circuit areas? So there's like a locking screw.
Oh.
So I'm actually doing this on the lower here.
Oh.
So you can actually raise it up.
With the lower of my bike?
What I'm trying to do is make sure the two shocks are balanced.
The same height.
And this is just me being a little particular, like you don't have to do this crazy about it.
Right.
What? That's it? That quick? So this is
Wow.
these are kind of like a larger set of shocks.
That looks cool, dude.
That looks really cool.
A larger set of shocks. You can actually do some like super short ones. Like we've even put some like 9-inch shocks on there and made them like bands.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the person that was here that asked about for a shorter rider, but yeah, this is basically that's how easy it would be. We would just have a shorter shock instead of this one, which is a little bit higher. But it's that easy. So.
Oh, for those of you asking, that's a Band-Aid on the Band-Aid. That's how I know it's mine. It's my blood on it.
You've marked your
My
bike.
blood on it.
Yeah.
So I mean it's kind of hard to tell because we're just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's
So you gotta go to the forest and
Oh,
it might be a little
Yeah.
higher.
wait, it's a little higher.
Yeah, I can actually raise it up. You want to,
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Gold, hell yeah. I like it. I like it.
We should get some matching black and gold grips too.
Yeah.
Well, one grip because you'll have a twist throttle. But,
Oh yeah.
but yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
it's sweet.
That is awesome. Let me know what you guys think about this. I love this mod. This is awesome.
Yeah.
4 volts.
I gotta go through some comments. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, there's a good amount.
Anything good? Any good?
They're asking about beer and pizza.
I wish we had some pizza here.
you got the beer.
We got it. Good. We have the beer, Easyheimer. It's here. I'm drinking lunch by Maine Brewing Company.
Everybody likes the green. I like the color, but green is my favorite color.
I just saw something else.
What's that?
You want to talk about the cafe racer?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Pull that up.
I'm still thinking the green would have been awesome.
Green. You could do one of each.
That would be funny. Green and gold? I like the gold. It just looks cool. I got my gold ring on my finger, so I got to match.
So.
They make indoor hammocks for sleeping. What?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this beautiful. I love this thing.
All right. So it's in frame, I'm guessing, right? Am I
Yes,
visible?
you're perfect in frame.
Okay. So, you know, we love our dual headlights. We think it's kind of like an iconic look for the Bandit. It's kind of, you know, when you see those dual headlights, hopefully you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely a Bandit. But we also know that a lot of people love single headlights, all sorts of crazy stuff. And in particular, the whole cafe racer scene. The cafe racer scene for e-bikes and motorcycles has gotten huge. And so we now want to make a specific version of the Bandit that is the Bandit Cafe. So no dual headlights. Instead, it will have a fairing, a single headlight, a grille. It'll have cafe racer handlebars, and a set of mirrors on it like normal. And you know, that's pretty much it. You will be able to buy the bike like this from stock, or if you already have a Bandit or just don't want to commit to it yet, you will be able to buy a kit. It'll just be the cafe kit, and the cafe kit will include all the stuff: fairing, headlight, grill, this whole arrangement. So we've been getting a lot of requests from people being like, I really like Bandit, but the dual headlights aren't my thing. Like, what else can you guys do? Well, you can do a lot of different things. So
yeah.
If you go to the website, you're going to start to see all sorts of different options. I'll pull over and
Yeah. Timmy asked about accessories, aftermarket, custom parts. So yeah, so pretty much in line with what Matt said. We can do it, or you can do whatever you want to it. It's totally sort of open source in a lot of ways. If you find a part that you think would work for it, you can try it out, and if it'll fit, it'll be great. These are some nice velour grips that I saw on Amazon and had to order.
Should I put them on the Bandit?
Maybe you can make like a Prince like pimp bike. I don't think they'll last that long. They're not like weatherproof, but they look baller. So
we have tons and tons of different
Yeah.
handlebars. I think in the back we probably like 50 sets of handlebars.
yeah, we got a lot of handlebars.
So if you have a style in mind, chances are we have them. Yeah, pretty much you name it, and we can do it. It's just because we're such a small operation, when you go to the website, you're not going to see tons of options yet because it just takes us time to add these things. But realize if you have an idea, we can do it. So,
Yeah.
those are cool.
Oh yeah.
These are awesome.
Yeah, so this is like a really simple thing you could do,
Yep.
but they're just reflective strips. So just like stickers, sticking reflective strips that
You can like spell your name out. You can align the bike. You could make a shape on the bike. Just makes it a little better for safety.
These ones are cool because they're black, so you probably wouldn't even notice them. But at nighttime, they
Reflect
light
really well.
up. Yeah, so they don't, look like
I don't know if you can tell on
construction workers. So
Mm.
Probably hard
Kind
to
of
tell.
like the jacket I was wearing
Yeah.
yesterday.
That jacket was awesome, dude. So bright, your like face disappeared.
Brian said green frame, green shocks, green rims, and spokes. So he basically wants a Shrek bike.
That's awesome, dude. So much fun. So many options to choose from. What else we got? There's gotta be more. More accessories. They got bags, baskets.
Yeah, that's a great. I was just gonna bring it up. So a lot of people have been saying cargo. We need ways of transporting stuff. So we think we have a solution. I'm gonna run in the back room.
That's more for like a regular bikes, I think. Yeah, you can keep one.
I'll run in the
It could
back
fit.
room.
It scared the hell out of me.
You
You
did?
get a bracket.
Was it the folding one?
I think so.
Oh, that is the folding one. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was different. So I mean, we have one that's able to fold right now.
Is there one inside of it?
Yes, it's this.
Okay. That thing is sketchy.
Yeah, so
You can grill salmon.
you can grill salmon on it. Yeah, it looks like a grill top. So it's just, I don't know if you can see. Oh, I gotta look here. So it's just a frame mounted, fold out basket essentially. So you got the hooks here that go into the frame, and there's hardware that goes here to obviously make it more secure. But I'm gonna try to do this without snapping.
That's what happened to me. It scared me. I was like, "Ah, what is that?"
Let's see. So and it just pops out. And I mean, these are like $20 probably, but you can fold it up when you're not using it, pop out when you need to put some stuff. You go down the grocery, get a 6-pack, whatever. And yeah, and that like, we don't have one on Bandit now, but
Yeah, how does that go on?
this is the frame right here.
Yep, you're in frame.
So yeah, you would just mount it there. And when you don't have it, you pull it up, and it barely changes the profile of the bike.
That's awesome.
Easy iron. So speaking of pizza, here's a specific pizza carrying rack we now have.
Get a little closer and show that off.
Okay. Can't see the logo. This is designed to specifically fit a pizza box.
A large pizza?
Yeah.
I want to show you guys this really cool bracket system we have.
I got some questions about helmets afterwards.
Which one do you want?
I'll probably do it on this guy just because everything else is great.
Okay.
Pull out VIN 1.
Yeah.
This is the first Bandit we built.
They probably can't hear you, so say that again when you get closer.
This is the first Bandit we built. This is VIN 1, so I'll use it as an example. So one interesting thing about the Bandit that most people don't know is we use standard 1.25" tubing on the frame. And it turns out that 1.25" tubing is a standard in like the car industry and in the camera equipment industry for lighting. And so we now are going to start carrying these brackets, and you can either mount it this way or that way, but they clamp right onto the frame. And you can put them here, or you could loosen up the seat and put one right there, back here, right there. Anywhere you want on the frame, you can just use a bracket. So other bike companies will just put specific mounting points. Instead, we're just saying, here's the whole pipe. You just put the bracket wherever you want it to go. So like here's an ammo can. We always use these things for everything. You'll just be able to put it right there. So you could mount an ammo can on that. If you wanted to, you could put one on the front right there.
Yeah.
So this allows you to put anything that you can bolt on onto the van. So kind of cool.
Right on.
It's like it's honestly probably going to be like a $5.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Easyheimer asked if there's anything that would void the warranty.
I'm sure there's
That's a
something.
really good question.
Yeah.
You throw it off a building?
Yeah. That's a tricky question because everything is so open source, right? So, I mean, Colin and I discuss this fairly often. We have what we call power users, and those are folks that just put miles on these bikes that we could have never imagined. We got a guy who ordered Bandit 2 months ago from that last generation. He already has 1,600 miles on that thing. That's an average of 30 miles a day. And it's like, wow, we never imagined that somebody would use this as often as this guy was doing. So voiding the warranty is a tricky thing. It is all open source, but I would say if you were just abusing this bike and doing crazy jumps and crazy things that we could identify, we're probably going to have to talk about you helping out paying for some parts.
It's sort of a case by case basis.
Yeah.
I think we're small enough to the point where it's not very well defined. Yeah.
We don't have a specific video or list of things out that says these are the things that we're doing.
Right. We can make one though.
Yeah, it'll be very quick.
Yeah. What else we got? Hey guys, from Meriden, Conneticut, looking for a Spark model with specs and features similar to the Rise e-bikes Blade 2. Have one on order, but not expecting delivery till late August. Would you prefer to buy Conneticut?
Or would prefer.
Would prefer to buy from
You
Conneticut?
would,
yeah.
If I remember correctly, we can ask this person, but if I remember correctly, the Blade 2 is almost like is it a full suspension mountain bike? It might be a full suspension mountain bike. If it's not a full suspension mountain bike, it's just a normal.
I'll Google it while you're.
I'm not totally sure what it is.
Yeah. The Blade. What does he say?
Blade 2?
Rise Blade 2.
E-Bikes Blade 2.
Or is that the one that looks just like this, the Scrambler from Use?
It looks similar to a Zeus almost, I think. No, is that right?
Good evening. Will there be any upgrade controllers for better performance? And that's like something that you can do yourself if you want to mod it.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. So the Rise bike, you were asking about the Rise bike. Honestly, our closest option to the Rise bike would be the Bandit. So just the Rise bike, I think is a 750 watt e-bike. It probably goes 20, 25 miles per hour. So the closest thing we would have is our Moped, which goes much faster than that. So I don't know if it's a comparable product, especially price point and stuff like that. So yeah, you could probably take a look at maybe some juice bikes that are probably the same realm. Or if you want to just save yourself a little bit of time, just pump up to a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely still in the e-bike realm. I think it seems to be just a cheaper juice, essentially.
Which is just cool.
Yeah, if that's what you need, it's fine. Depends on what you need and what you want, and what you're willing to sell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, expensive stuff. What was the other question?
The controller. Would you be able
to? Let's show this up.
Yeah.
So we just got this in today.
There's a lot of questions.
You know, this is just your classic Cybertron controller, Bluetooth enabled, so you can get in and control it and do whatever you want. So we're all about right to repair, right to customize, all that kind of stuff. So we do have our own controller. It's not crazy proprietary or anything like that. It's a fairly generic controller you can probably find everywhere. But we do like the idea of allowing you to get in there and dial in those controls. You know, sometimes a person will be like, hey, I want that throttle to be a little bit snappier off the line. I don't want so much hysteresis. Well, right now it's kind of just the way it is, but if you did something like this, those power users could get into their phones and dial it right in. So it's something we're playing around with. Totally open to input, and you know, it could be a situation where you're like, hey, I want the Bandit, but would you guys, you know, get one of those controllers? I'll buy it for you, whatever you want, and you put it in. We could talk about it. But this is probably something that I would say is a year away, not anytime soon. But we're testing it because we know it's wanted.
Are you able to? Crap, where's that question? Can I bring my kids on the Bandit? Where is it? Could I ride my kids on it? Do you have seats for the kids as well?
It's a little bit of a tricky question. So the Bandit does have footbeds. You can have a second person on there, and the bike is capable of pulling a second person up hills. So it's not that it lacks power. It's more of like a safety thing, especially for a little kid. The bike is really powerful, and you know, you're running something that can go 30, 35 miles an hour. Safety becomes an issue. So one thing I would say is if I was going to pull a kid, I would put them into a trailer. So there's a bunch of really great trailers now that are not expensive, and you can pull them in a trailer behind you. They can be strapped in and seat belted in. That way, you hit a bump, they're not going to fly off the seat.
I think that was also like in front of me as opposed to behind me. So on this bike, it's a really big seat, and my 7-year-old sits always in front of me, and then he holds the handlebars. He wears a helmet, and I always have him. This would be great for his feet, you know, to put somewhere. But I always have him in front of me, so he's not behind me. So I'm not relying on him holding me. I'm more bracing him. I'm not saying that you guys condone that behavior, but for me personally, I'd rather my 7-year-old time, and he always sits just in front of me. This is a big seat, so that shouldn't be a problem at all.
It's a funny thing, for a little bike, there is a lot more knowledge.
Totally. Are the stock handlebars compatible with bar end mirrors? There's actually one here that has bar end mirrors.
Sure.
I think it's the one behind you, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, those are the stock handlebars. The stock handlebars are just a set of BMX bars, right?
Yeah.
And because we do a twist throttle by standard, You can do that. All right. Never mind what I mean.
Thumb throttle.
Because we do a thumb throttle by standard.
Now it's twist throttle.
You can absolutely do bar ends.
I actually like bar and mirrors. I have them on my bikes. Yeah.
It's all personal.
Yeah. Like I really love twist throttle.
So, you just have them right there, right? But yeah, it's all down to your personal taste. I personally like having nice, big mirrors on there, so I got more visibility. Like you saw Shreddie's bike, he has some stock from the Bandit. Got some really nice big motorcycle mirrors. So, yeah. I mean, a set of bar ends is like $5.
Can I use it as a daily driver to work 10 miles back and forth?
You're in the perfect category, man.
Yeah.
So we usually say we're very realistic with range.
Yeah.
So we try to be very, very realistic with range. We hate seeing companies that are like, you're going to get 70 miles. We know that people are going to just pull the throttle all day and ride this thing full speed. So if your commute is 10 miles, you are perfect, because we usually say you're going to, like a 20-mile ride on full throttle with hills and all this stuff is very reliable. We do this all the time on that bike.
Yeah.
So you're perfect. And if you find that maybe your commute is more like 30 miles and you're getting to like the Sperry zone on your battery, the battery is removable. You can always take it off. You could ask us for another charger, or you could just go to Amazon and buy a $10 charger and keep that thing at work. And so when you get to work, take your battery off, bring it inside, put it on charge for a couple hours, and now you get a full charge. So you are actually a perfect person. If you're doing 20 miles, you're perfect for a electric moped.
Yes. There's a guy that actually works across the street from our facility.
Yeah.
I think his ride is about 14 miles
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
So from home and back,
Yeah.
14. And he was telling me, I mean, he pedals it a lot. So he's in like pedals just one pretty much the whole way. So he's going about 20 miles an hour. He gets like 4 rides out of it, 4 days, 4 charging. We want to like test it.
And you guys have a 7-speed standard.
7-speed, yeah, standard.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's an interesting fact. So, when you look at the numbers, 75% of the people in the United States drive less than 10 miles a day. 75%. 97% drive less than 15 miles. So, there's a very small portion of the population that is really doing these big, giant commutes in their cars. Other people are taking a train or something like that. But if the majority of people would look into e-bikes, electric motorcycles, electric mopeds, it would cut down gas use so much. Another interesting fact, we actually did the math out, and we found that when you do the numbers, the Bandit gets the equivalent of about 600 miles per gallon. It costs about 3 cents to charge a day. So gas prices are definitely going up. So
yeah.
And that's, the Bandit is a very high-powered bike. If you were on a 750 watt, the mile per gallon equivalent is even higher. You start to get to like 1,000 miles per gallon. It's crazy. So.
Easyheimer asked or says, Matt, are you calling me perfect, bro?
I think I heard you talking about this earlier. This guy says, I wish you'd keep spare parts for owners available so we don't have to order them one by one from the country of origin. And that's something you do. You
Yeah. We have spare parts of every single component on the bike.
Yeah.
There you go.
And if we don't, we easily can get them.
Yeah. So. I can't remember a single situation where someone said they broke something and we didn't ship it out within a day. Maybe 2 weeks.
A few days. Yeah.
But generally, when we run a production run, we like to keep enough inventory to repair a minimum of about 25% of those bikes within that first year. Just because we know how people ride these things. They ride into the ground. So we need to keep those parts on hand.
Yeah, sure.
This guy says, I drive like 300 miles a day, right? My ass off. This bike is for riding around New Jersey in my free time.
Yeah, that too. There's no reason you to use this as like your everyday vehicle.
Yeah.
If you just want it for fun, it's really how I use it. Yeah. Think about that.
Easyheimer question. This is a good question, Easyheimer. So, any plans for a center fairing console storage unit?
Come on, Izzy. You've been in our back wall?
Yeah. He's got the I can look at it right there, actually.
You're cheating.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the piano.
Easyheimer.
Here's a Shreddie and Chris exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna get that one or are you gonna get the metal plate?
Oh, that, yeah.
Hold on, we'll show two things.
Yeah.
Very
Good things.
How
very
bad?
quickly.
Ooh,
How bad do you guys want
this
to
is
see
new. First,
Hold
on
on.
Shreddie's channel.
First, everybody should subscribe, like,
Hit that like button.
Don't forget.
Okay,
Come on.
okay.
so, this is a rough prototype.
Yeah.
But this is just something we had 3D printed, and it's basically just a faux gas tank.
Yeah.
We gotta get a Bandit in here to show it off.
This will be
You guys
super
want to see
awesome.
shorter. It has a little bit shorter.
So,
You
we'll
could
just
show-
take the battery off.
Very well, I would say. That sounds very-
Yeah, we're gonna.
There should only be nothing but love in our community in spikes.
So this thing is designed to mount to the same bracket that we use for the kids.
Looks good. Yeah, just turn the handlebars a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's actually a really good angle.
So, I don't need to take this over from you.
No, you're good.
Yeah, this is a faux gas tank, and we realize it's not the most elegant, beautiful looking shape. It's purely designed to test out dimensions. So once we know the dimensions are good, then we can go through and make it a little bit prettier. But it mounts onto the same bracket we use for the different kits, and in a situation where you would use this, actually the bracket would mount underneath and your battery would be down here. And then this would be purely storage. So you have that kind of setup going on. Right? So now you have a whole storage system on top, and then the line continues with the battery down here.
Yeah. So like the bracket that we showed up earlier, another one would go under here, and you put a second battery here. So you still have your two batteries, and you have a faux gas tank that is aesthetically pleasing. And you can put stuff in it. It's weird.
I love that.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
It's
now
just-
you put it on there.
Yeah.
Like that.
You know, run down to the corner market and get your sandwich. So that's one way.
Oh, you finally pleased Easyheimer. He said, that's sick.
And then this is very rough. You can see Taryn, our motorcycle was cutting out some shapes to try things. But you can see how we're trying to set these things up, right? You can start to see how we're starting doing one. I'll just hold it like that. Anyway, so basic side fairing would be pretty cool. The one thing that we have to do that we're trying to work out is how to make it so that it hinges up like this, and that way you can still get access to your batteries and close these up. Because there's a lot of people out there who still aren't crazy about this open space. We get all these, there's too much negative space, like comments. But
Dude, I love that idea. I think that's gonna be so awesome. Just having the storage compartment on there, like being able to throw your wallet, keys, whatever you want in there. Catch kit.
carry, it's amazing how important being able to carry stuff is.
Insane.
So the dimensions, by the way, they seem to work out. When you sit on it, the key thing is being able to rotate without hitting your legs.
So you made it go in far enough to where you won't have that problem.
So it's
Tapers up. That's so cool.
it almost ruined that.
I love that.
Anyway, so we'll refine this a little bit, and then once we get it to a shape that we like, we'll start doing it in fiberglass.
I love that idea. That looks super cool.
Yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about that whole setup in the comments. I think that's gonna look so cool, and it's actually gonna be useful for something. It's not going to be only on there for looks. It's going to be on there for looks and for storage.
Yo, Easy Heimer is stoked about that. He said in all caps, yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love that.
There's another thing though. These pannier bags, I personally think they look really cool. And we've been finding that they clip right onto the Bandit frame. So we'll probably start carrying more of these things on our website. But we got 2 big panniers here. We still have room to sit. So some other bike companies you can find will do like a short seat, and then they have like racking in the back. So this kind of helps answer a little bit of that, where you don't have to give up your long seat. You keep the long seat.
So this goes underneath the seat, or does it go like this one?
No, it just goes right on top of it. You see this clip? That will clip onto the frame.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That is super cool. I like how you can pull it off like that. So much fun to be had on this Bandits, guys. So much customization. Again, guys, hey, don't forget SPARK CYCLEWORKS has a YouTube channel and on Instagram. So check out their YouTube, subscribe, go to their Instagram, follow them, and just make sure you guys check out all their YouTube videos. They have a lot of fun videos on there. And I think you're going to be making some back to listed that you unlisted that were fun. There's some fun stuff.
We have a bunch of really stupid old videos that we did in the very beginning of the company. And we'll see, maybe in the next few weeks we'll put a couple of those dumb videos live. Because we put a lot of work into them. We shot them with really high definition cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Yeah, for sure. So I'll put the link for their YouTube channel down in the description after the stream is over. You guys have any more questions? I don't even know what questions are getting asked because I don't have a phone in front of me.
They're just stoked on the storage. They're stoked on the saddlebags. Oh, can I pay you to paint different colors? We kind of touched on that earlier, Timmy, but yeah, they're looking into a lot of different options for color. Right now, black is like the main for the Bandit, but yeah, there's a lot of anodized aluminum and other options available.
Yeah, I would say at least probably 20. Yeah, I'll go in the front.
This way you can see who's talking.
Yeah. So at least probably 2022 until we get into like other colors. Our production schedule is just kind of set that far ahead of time where that's already in motion. So at least 2022 until we get into any kind of colors other than black and white, unfortunately. But that's just how it is.
I've always been a black bike frame color, and I love the white for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The white looks really cool. Did we ever tell the story of the white? Yeah. The white is completely accidental. We didn't mean for this. It was just the factory, like our frame painters misread the email.
Is that black and they just put it white?
Well, so our regular e-bikes we did it in black and white, and then we did our Bandits that we wanted it in all black, but they just misread the email and painted half the Bandits white, half the Bandits black.
So how did the white sell right off the bat?
Just as good. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
A lot of people.
we did a production run that's much larger than what we listed, just in case, we got frames that we're not totally crazy about the way this goes, but everything turned out to be great, so we're not going to sell everything. But we overbought parts just in case something happened. And so we were able to satisfy all the pre-orders for black frames, but also offer, hey, if you want, we got a mistake with the white frame instead. Actually, a few people converted over and said, yeah, let's go for the white frame.
Yeah.
But as of right now, these are kind of like unicorn bikes. There's only 7 white Bandits out of the market.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sinead.
Yeah. Shanae DC's got it.
Yeah, I need to get over there.
The first white one.
Trying to get Chris and Shaw to hit up this scene before he leaves. We're gonna try to make it. If not, we might try to do like a group ride and then in Lewis. And then we're gonna do a group ride this Saturday in Lewis. Hang out with you, Yakub Chavez. So if you guys want to ride with us in Lewis this Saturday, hit me up on Instagram. I just want to sit on my new shots. They feel awesome. Holy crap. Yeah. Super awesome. I can't wait to do some sweet jobs. Really cool. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. Shaw and I are going to be releasing some videos of our trip to the Spark or crazy freaking mountaineer ride, like that's like the most memorable part of my journey still so far. The freaking mountain, the mountain ride. It's a mountain to me, dude. Like,
Oh no, yeah. that is mountain biking.
yeah,
Without a
like, that's
doubt,
total mountain biking, 100%.
I've never been mountain biking
Yeah.
like that, especially with an electric bike, so that you don't have to pedal as much. And then when I did pedal, the pedal assist was really there to support my one-beat pedaling. It's awesome.
Dad bod no more.
That's right. I got rid of my sock tan and my dad bod coming out to these
I mean,
codes.
dude, guys, it's like riding an electric mountain bike is actually a workout. Like, it was yesterday we did it, right? So all morning this morning, like I usually get up like at 8, 9. I didn't get up till like 30.
10, 15. He just grunted and then checked his Instagram.
And I got up like this. Damn you, Matt.
I said, you actually look like you're walking like a 40-year-old.
And then we got that 51-mile group ride. We gave him the 51-mile treatment in Delaware.
I think we have like 5 videos that are going to be coming out from both of us.
Yeah, I got the Varla review coming soon. I just got to get a picture, thumbnail, and it's done. So yeah, Matt got to try the Varla. Colin tried the Varla.
Yeah,
They were ripping around.
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Definitely. Insane amount of touring.
I can't get over the fact that you can bunny hop it too.
Yeah, I can bunny hop the Varla. I'll have to show the guys before the stream's over. Do you guys have any more questions for the Spark crew or Chris and I? We have.
We usually do like 2-hour lives. It's been like a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And there's still people in here. What's up, guys?
Yeah, it's like 50 people.
Oh, let me see who's in there. Let me check the questions. I'll ask you guys questions. Someone said, I'd like to get an unpainted brushed aluminum finish Bandit. That would be sick.
And I wanted to do the same.
You should just say
Yeah, that would. That'll be yeah.
Yo, Paltima's in here. Say what's up to Paltima, guys.
Oh, what's up, Paul? Did you get your charger back?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. Paul, did you get your charger back?
Send it to him.
That's awesome. How's the torque on the bike? The torque, which is acceleration, is freaking awesome, dude. Somebody yelled at me because, like, I said, man, this thing it's got so much torque. It's torquey. They're like, it's acceleration. It's not torque. I'm like, okay, whatever. Everybody says torque and torque. I know torquey is not a word. Yeah, you get it. So yeah, the torque on a bike is awesome. Great acceleration.
I hit 2,000 subs. Thank you. I got all of them to hit me up like last night, so I actually did it to 2K.
He's doing a giveaway for his S2.
Oh, and Trey, you're almost at 4K. What's that?
Yeah, I'm giving away my heart. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm actually, how far am I away from 4K? If you guys have any friends, tell them to follow Shreddie. Once I hit 4K, I think I'm gonna do a little giveaway.
What are you watching?
He was like a 38.
I'm looking at your phone like it's my phone.
Damn, I'm only at 2K
I
now.
don't even know where my phone's at.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can't even ring my phone. I don't know. Oh, it's on the bike. I feel like I'm at like 3,800 or something. If I'm at 3,800, tell all your friends and your parents and your grandma to follow Shreddie on YouTube.
Grandma, follow this guy named
I'm at 3,858. Let's go.
I told my mom about Shreddie, and I said Shreddie stuff.
Shreddie made my mom a mug that says
Yeah.
Mom Shaw, and then on the other side it says my son rides e-bike.
My son's an e-bike.
Yeah, she
Hell
drinks
yeah.
out of that mug every day.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yes, you got the charge. Yes, you got the charger and the cup. Give him a cup. Nice.
Cool, yeah. I threw a mug in there because I was like, Matt thought I sent it, and I thought Matt.
Chris
And it
loves
was just
short.
sitting there.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get any comments on that on my video. So I do like whatever.
That's the giveaway.
Tesla giveaway.
No, he's giving away his
He
Tesla.
hasn't even paid it off yet.
I've only had it for like a week and a half before I put it in the garage and came to the East Coast. Come on.
Yeah, literally.
Wifey Shaw is almost at 10K on Insta. She's gonna have the swipe up feature.
I was just gonna say, actually, we're very close to hitting 10K on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Oh, let's go.
If we can, I'll do this. If we can hit 10K by the end of this month, I'll do a 10 month giveaway.
Ooh, let's do it. Awesome.
People love these
The mugs are tight.
Guys, definitely
Please help us.
follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, that 10K mark is super critical for like businesses. We're just hovering at this 10K mark for some weird reason. But once we get there, we can add all sorts of different features that we can't access right now. So
They can add all kinds of giveaways.
Yes.
Assuming.
Just give it.
Douglas said we should do a tour. Let's all get together and do a tour.
You do want to put me down.
I'm 100% down. Anytime you need Shreddie on the Spark tour, I'm yours. I'll fly back home.
Yeah. Well, I want to go to Florida next time. All the way down the East Coast.
Got to. Thanks for the follow. They just follow you guys on Instagram. So we're one step
Appreciate it.
closer. Can you install heated grips on the Bandit with the 12-volt system? Oh my God, you're gonna kill the battery on this thing before you even ride it.
Actually, you could, if you didn't want to have turn signals, you could just connect off the prime.
Yeah. Just use hand warmers, man.
Yeah. Just put gloves on.
Yeah.
You got heated gloves that are pretty
I got heated gloves, yeah. Yep, those are awesome. What is it?
Don't you have that?
Oh yeah, I got a heated Milwaukee
Yeah,
jacket
Matt
that
said
uses
okay.
the drill batteries. So it's like multi-use for all the batteries that come with it. So next I just need heated socks, but dude, nothing can keep my toes from freezing up and riding.
It's the toes and the fingers.
It's in my
And
face
nose.
too.
Yeah.
Like my face just gets so.
If you get that cold, just come out to Cali. It's like, you know,
I need to
72
move
at
it.
all times.
Yeah. That's the idea. That's why there's a big
Yeah. Year round driving.
Question for Shaw: what's your next e-bike? Everybody's just looking at you like.
I'll see where I'm at.
Yeah.
No, I actually, I like the Bandit a lot. So I think that would be like, so I have a bunch of Super 73s that are like electric bikes. I have the Huck, which is like an electric motorcycle, and personally, subjectively, in my preference, and I feel like the Bandit is the electric moped that I need to complete my trifecta of electric vehicles, and then I got the Tesla. So the Tesla, my car, but yeah, so I think I need
Do you have any mountain biking trails?
Now that I've went on a mountain biking adventure, I'm like, wow, I should look into that because I have.
There's mountains everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but like where I am, it's kind of like they've built houses.
Oh, they got
Like,
You got rid of the woods.
There's
There's
like balls and stuff. You know, but yeah, I'm sure that like on the Arctic highways it'd be really cool to take a mountaineer into Big Bear, which is like our little. And you can take there's like ski lifts there or lifts or whatever. You can take them right up and then go down. That would be really great. They rent like regular bikes. I assume I can probably just be like, yeah, going up.
Yeah.
Say no, go down.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Awesome, guys. What are you thinking? You guys want to keep going, or I feel like pizza time? You guys want us to eat pizza? 'Cause I'll do. How fast the Bandit comes stock with a 48-volt, 24.5 amp hour battery, and the top speed on the Bandit stock is going to be 35. But if you do add the battery blender and put a 52-volt battery on top of it, it's going to give you another like 5 miles an hour.
I'd say 35 is reliable.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Is you'll see a lot of other companies that are like, it's going to hit 28. This is a legit moped. It's not an e-bike. It's in that category. And so, yeah, 35 is generally the regulation. If I will tell you though, if your state is 30, you will receive it as 30. But it is reprogrammable. And we always say, if it's a situation where you want to sell it to somebody in a different state, we can show you how to reprogram it so that it's into the next state.
Is it easy to reprogram yourself?
Yeah, it's about 2 buttons.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Cool, guys. That was actually a lot of fun, a very long stream. I didn't think we were going to go for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for joining, and thank you for interacting with us. The questions really helped us out, and we really enjoyed talking to you guys. And definitely stay tuned for Shawver and Shreddie adventures coming pretty soon from SPARK CYCLEWORKS with the SPARK crew. And I guess we got one more day here tomorrow. We might maybe go live or something, but just make sure you follow all of us on Instagram. The things we're doing here that we won't post videos of online. So I'm gonna get this thing turned on, and I'm gonna see how the shocks feel. So I'm getting out of here. You guys can chill, do whatever you want. If you guys want to, I'm not gonna knock your butt.
No, it's
You
empty.
guys all want to see
Fix
Shreddie
it
right out?
over, Yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
new
yeah.
shocks, my new Bandit. Because nobody's seen this yet on video. New shocks. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next live.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See you later.
And we're clear.